Velina mai kako, welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps it aloha by accepting the fact that Asian guys can smash. I'm your host Kamaka, and this is a family show, but it ain't wrong. Our guest today is an Asian guy, and guess what? He definitely is funny. Oh, and he smashes. But before we introduce him, I gotta remind you to check out keepitaloha.com to get your favorite KIA merch, or go to mahaloshoots.com to get some shirts just like the one I am wearing today. I know times are tough, and if supporting us financially doesn't work for you, please consider simply liking this video, leaving a comment, subscribing to our YouTube channel, or head to Apple Podcasts or Spotify to leave a review. It would mean the world to me. All right, let's introduce our guest.
After 175 years, some people still think we're just a ranch.
And we just farm all day.
What they don't realize is we wear many hats. And that's just how we roll.
You just might see some old friends.
Or make some new ones.
So come hang with us
Drive on out to the country.
and get that epic snap.
No matter what you're looking for, come discover where legends are made.
Our guest today is a musician and comedian from the Philippines and California. He began performing comedy as a music teacher in a classroom before taking his talents to bigger stages. He has entertained all over the world, having performed for Stand-up Tokyo and Tokyo Comedy Bar in Japan, the Joker's Ball in Indonesia, the Badaboom Comedy series in Amsterdam, and countless other international shows. He was the winner of Stand-up NBC in 2016 and was named as a prestigious new face at Just for Laughs 2017, one of Variety's 10 comics to watch in 2022, and one of Billboard's top 10 musical comics in 2025. His quarter-hour special on the comedy lineup is streaming on Netflix, and his debut hour special, I'm Your Son, Papa, is now available on YouTube. He is our Filipino brother, and I am so stoked to talk stories with him today. His name is JR de Guzman. Aloha, JR. Welcome to the Keep It Aloha podcast. How you doing?
Man, killer intro, man. Killer intro. I forgot I did any of those things.
Yeah, it's a cool reminder. Yeah, a lot of guests say that when I go through their whole list of accolades.
For sure. Yeah, when
Yeah.
you're saying some of those things, like, oh yeah, that's right. I did that thing too.
That was me.
Oh, so I was going to ask you, so is this a family show?
Nah. I mean, my family listens to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So like, okay, that's going to change up what I say.
No. We have no rules or boundaries or
Okay.
whatever you want to share. Please
Instead of
share.
Asian guys can
Yeah.
smash, I was like, okay, maybe it's like Asian guys can, take you to church and read a book.
Yeah, I
with
mean,
you.
Asian guys can smash. You ever seen anybody play Super Smash Bros?
Oh, for sure.
Those Asian guys
Asian guys.
smash.
Asian guys
Yeah.
created it. So
I mean,
yeah.
I love smashing too. I'm
Yeah.
Korean, Japanese. I smash with my bros all the time. I smash in front of my family.
Yeah,
When
for
my
sure.
girlfriend's gone, I call Matt and I and I say, yo,
Guys,
Faith's
let's
gone,
get together.
Let's smash.
Let's smash, fellas.
Your house, my house. After hours,
Yeah.
we all smash.
We're all smashing, guys. Yeah, it's more fun to smash with your bros. man.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked that you're here. You got a Blue Note show coming up
Yep,
in
yep.
the next couple of days. This will be out after your Blue Note show, so I'm just gonna say, oh, it was so good. Oh,
Yeah.
your performance at the Blue Note show was
Dude,
amazing.
Thanks, man. The
Yeah.
standing ovation there was crazy.
Yeah.
People were like, throwing their kids up in the air. It was
I've never
wild.
seen a 2-hour long standing ovation before.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
guys, please sit.
Yeah,
Please sit.
my knee was getting sore.
I know. Thanks for standing the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude. That was really cool.
Of course,
you.
yeah. It's just the
Legendary
Aloha
show.
spirit.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So 2 years ago, AJ Raphael, right?
Yeah.
So he came to do a show a couple years ago, and I went with my little brother. He's like 6'2", and I'm 6 feet. We
Okay,
go to
yeah.
the Republic. It was the biggest gathering of Filipinos in
Oh my
Hawaii I've
gosh.
ever seen.
Yeah.
I feel like that's maybe how your show's gonna
Probably
be.
going to be the same. It's funny. AJ was at the last show I did here at the Blue Note.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it was last year. And we were like last minute thinking of having him come on stage to do like a duet with Asian Guys Can Smash.
He should.
But then it was like, we didn't practice it. So we're just like, maybe we won't do it.
Well, I'm happy that Blue Note is a sitting area because
Yeah.
this is one of the funniest moments in my life. I was there with my little brother at the Republic. Packed house.
Yeah.
The most Filipinos I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We go to the back. We get there a little late. We go to the back to get water. And we're about to walk forward. And we're trying to think, should we try to go forward, get better seats? We
Yeah.
turn around and we can see the stage perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone is so short.
Dude, that's amazing.
And we're like,
yeah.
I think we're just good here. And I have a picture too.
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
like the stage.
You guys
is-
are sticking out
it's
ahead
like
over
the
everybody.
perfect view of the stage from all in the back.
Yeah, I
It's
love it
just so
at
funny.
at the meet and greets when I'd meet people Because for a Filipino, I'm tall. I'm like
You
6
are,
feet.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like at the meet and greets, they're like, "Oh, you're taller than I thought you were." And I was like, that's just every time. I always have to say that I'm like two Filipino guys stacked up on top of each other, and then they're like, oh, "Okay,
You're the one who made it to the NBA.
yeah." I wish, man.
Yeah. But super cool that you're here. I want to get to know your whole life story. I like to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up? And when we say where you grad, we're talking about high school here. in
Okay, I got you. So yeah, I love trying to hear like the different phrases out here. I know talk story, all that, so like it's fun to learn a new
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. And you'll learn more in this episode for sure.
Okay, sick. So where I was born in the Philippines. Born in the Philippines, I moved to the U.S. at like 6 months to 1 year old in that time period, and then grew up in both L.A. and Sacramento. That was like the first two cities, but basically Sacramento, like most of my childhood life. And then what was the next one you said?
Yeah, what school you went? Where you grad?
Yeah, so I grew up in like a Catholic school from kindergarten to my senior year of high school. Yeah, and then that's where I graduated from high school in Sacramento, and then went to college at UC Davis,
Okay, cool.
which is where I started stand up.
Yeah, yeah,
at
that makes
Davis.
sense.
Yeah.
And what was your childhood like? Was it karaoke every night?
Yeah.
Basket shooting threes, never driving into the lane.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All threes and passing. Fun. If you post up, they call foul right away. Hey, you can't do that. That's not in your blood. Actually, yeah. So we did grow up playing basketball, like since like second grade. And it's funny how people think like, okay, was it your family that did it? How did you get into it? It's like something just gets activated in you as a Filipino kid.
Ancestral.
Yeah, because there was a moment like in second grade, I remember like at first I was really shy, I didn't really do anything, and then I got a basketball in my hands, and it was like a movie moment where I was like, this just feels right, and then I
Slow motion.
threw it in the hoop. Somehow I knew the form already.
yeah. Follow through everything.
Yeah, it's bouncing around.
yeah.
You can hear like little Tagalog words. Hoy, oi, shh, hoy. This is your calling. And then, but yeah, and then it was just like I was hooked from second grade on, and like in a weird way, basketball is how I found my confidence as a kid. Because before that, I would just sit by myself on a bench, just like like just watching everybody. And then when I started playing basketball, is when I started like playing with all the other kids and stuff.
Yeah, that's why sports teaches you a lot of life lessons. I mean, it's
Yeah.
how I created my community back home in Hilo, because I went to a small Hawaiian immersion school. So we didn't see or meet a lot of new people.
Yeah, yeah.
It was basically same classmates every single year, kind of shy. So if I didn't do AYSO soccer, I wouldn't have met all my best friends and interacted with other kids around my community.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
sports.
true. There's something about it. I think it's like, all of a sudden you're in a group mentality. You have like a similar goal. Like there's something social about it that it teaches you as a kid. I think.
Totally. Yeah.
I think theater too. Those are like two things. If you can't play sports, then you go to theater. But yeah, we did theater too growing
Okay.
up. So it was like, I think my parents, they were so busy. They were working so much.
Yeah.
That they threw us in every after school program you could. So we were like busy kids after 3 o'clock. It was like we did drama, did every sport, like academic like clubs and all this stuff. I think they were just like, hey, whatever is offered, you're gonna do that.
Yeah, because there's babysitting right there. Right?
Exactly.
Free daycare.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
How many siblings do you have?
So 2 older brothers.
Oh, okay.
2 older brothers. Yeah, so I'm the youngest.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so they kind of were already in these programs, so you just
Yeah,
followed along.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, hobby wise, like both my brothers did music and sang. My oldest brother was a really good breakdancer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So when I went to high school, he had just graduated when I became a freshman, and he was president of the breakdance club. He could do like windmills, and while he's doing the windmill, he would like be able to take his shirt off
Wow,
while he
that's
was doing it.
crazy.
It's funny thinking back because we went to an all boys school, so I'm like, why are you learning this trick for all these guys? And we're like, yeah, JP, take your shirt off. But
Chest.
yeah, let me see that chest. You won't do it, bro. Oh, he did it. And so he was like really good at breakdancing. So when I came in freshman year, it was again like a classic thing of like, oh, you're JP's brother. Also, his name's JP. I'm
I
JR.
laughed in my head when you said that.
He's like, you're JP's brother? Can you windmill and take your shirt off? And I'm like, well, how come everyone's asking me to take my shirt off? I just got here. And but I couldn't break dance, so I had to
Okay.
like get into other hobbies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you created your own lane, and that was music and.
I would say music. I did music. I was in track and field and lacrosse, but I would say more so music.
Mhm.
I got really deep into. I played drums at the
Okay.
time, and then I got into this crazy car accident when I was 17,
Oh.
and so I couldn't play like sports anymore for my senior year. So I got even deeper into music after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when did you start performing in front of people?
It's interesting because I was always doing some kind of performance, whether it was like music or theater type stuff,
Mhm.
but not stand up. I never thought like, oh, this is gonna turn into a comedy career. In my head, I was like, I'm gonna be a rock star. I'm gonna like, I don't know. This is a family show, but I'm gonna meet a bunch of chicks on the road and just live the dream.
Yeah.
And then it's somewhere along the way, I think at like 2021 is when I started getting into stand up, and the music part fused in with that together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you, I guess, considered a funny guy growing up? Were you always cracking jokes or think of it? Because your comedy is really witty and fast, and even when I watch some clips, you do a little bit of it is freestyle too, and it makes me
Yeah.
think of like Harry Mack when he's rapping and stuff. But you do that in like a witty, slower way. But
For
it's
sure.
still like freestyle and like on the spot stuff.
I think
Crowd
of it
work,
as
yeah.
like a less polished, like Harry Mack. When I see it, like this guy's so
Uh-huh.
and talented. Mine is, I think of it like, okay, if you're hanging out with your boys and you're playing Smash Brothers, you
Yeah.
just finished smashing with your boys,
Yeah.
and you're like, it's like 2 a.m. and you start like freestyling and it's not good. I think that's like what I do.
But I think it's a step higher than that because it actually is good and like it rhymes.
Yeah, thanks.
I know exactly what you talked about
Yeah.
because we've done that with my boys in Elo. We just
Yeah.
have like an instrumental on our phone
Exactly.
capping,
Yeah.
and we're just like, yeah, uh-huh.
Dude, me and my girlfriend, the whole time we've been here, we've been doing like, she'll give me a word and we'll do a slam poem. And it's like, it's not good. But then whenever I completely run out of anything, I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, I think usually I just say something real like aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah. I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna kill your dog. That's too far.
It's like the word was apple.
Yeah. That had nothing to do with. It's like, I think you've just been holding in this aggression against me.
Are you okay? Come on.
Remember when you made fun of me for peeing my pants in 3rd grade? Like, this has nothing to do with
I never
Apple.
forgave you for that, dog.
Oh, man.
That's an SNL skit. Way
Yeah.
there.
It's like every freestyle thing goes back to their childhood issues. Yeah.
That's so funny.
So good.
Tell me about your time in college because I feel like those are probably really transformational times for you.
Yeah, college. So after high school, so when I think about it, at 17, that like car accident thing changed my direction a lot. So it's kind of what set up college the way it was. Because before that, I think I was kind of more on a path to like, I'm gonna try to get good grades, go into medicine. Both my brothers are dentists now. But after this car accident thing, I remember thinking like, man, I just want to play music, hang out with my friends, and like, I mean, of course, that's what everyone will want to do, But at that time, I was like, no, that's what life is about. So when I went to college, I switched into like more of a music focus and theater focus. And then my buddy is the one who told me that there was a stand-up class offered at UC Davis. And so, because I would always be watching stand-up at our apartment, like the one that we all shared. And he was like, oh, you like love stand-up, man. You should check this out. And that's pretty much what changed my whole direction, my whole course. Yeah.
So what year did you graduate from high school?
What year was that? 2012.
2012. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're younger than me.
Am I?
I'm
Oh, okay.
2011.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Damn, dude, you look young, man.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying to you.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Asian though raisin.
Asian no raisin. It's from all the smashing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Smashing keeps you young.
Exactly. It's not the lack of sun or,
No.
taking care of your drinking water.
No, don't listen to those
actually-
people. Don't even exercise. Just
Yeah. So you were over there, you started to get into these things. And who are some of your inspirations? I told you on our phone call that yesterday, I really like the guy Stephen Lynch.
Yes.
I grew up listening to him all the time, and he was the guy who did musical comedy.
Yeah, I love Stephen Lynch. I think so Stephen Lynch was probably one of the top guys. While we're on Stephen Lynch, my favorite album is Lion. Have you heard that one?
I don't know the albums, I just know the songs.
Well, because so his his older stuff, it was interesting. It was really good, right?
Yeah.
It was really good. And then somewhere along the way, he started to get even more like the music sounded good.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's something about his album Lion that's so beautiful, and it makes the funny parts even funnier. But you'll be listening to a song for 1 minute without laughing and just like enjoying it and forgetting what this is about. And then when the funny part happens, it just kills you even more. So I think the thing I liked about Stephen Lynch was that aspect. It kind of motivated me to try to be like, okay, how can I make the music part sound good? Like I always want them, like, even if people aren't laughing, I want them to enjoy the song. So Stephen Lynch, Flight of the Conchords, Bo Burnham,
Yep.
Reggie Watts. Who else were some musical comics?
Yeah, all great people.
Tim Minchin is another good guy from the UK. There was a few groups from the UK and from Canada that I found. Actually, when I was living in Molokai, I was living on this farm, and there's like no entertainment really, like to go out. So I found on YouTube these two musical comics, and that was like my life there. I would farm in the day, go to the water, and then like watch their YouTube videos. One of them was called Ginger and Black, and the other one was the Doo-Wops from Canada. Yeah, so it's like, I'm sure there's more that I'm forgetting, but Henry Phillips is another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that.
I'll send them all to you
Okay,
after
okay,
this. Yeah.
The thing I like about your comedy is because we grew up in that era of teasing everybody.
Yeah.
And that's
And it was
Hawaii
okay.
culture. And yeah, that was Hawaii culture. We have the Portuguese jokes, the Filipino jokes, the Chinese jokes.
Yeah,
all the Asian jokes, the Hawaiian jokes. So like at our dinner tables, our stepdad would be telling us all these funny jokes about, cultural identity at different ethnicities. And so like that's the era I loved.
Well,
and then we got a little sensitive.
I think what it is when you grow up around all the cultures, you get along with everybody. So you roast everyone because it like
roasting your friend or your
exactly.
siblings. Yeah.
But then when you're not around the people, you're not roasting them. So you're like kind of racist against them. You got to roast the racism out of you.
Yeah. That's a good one. Roast the racism out of you.
Yeah, that's my book.
That's a good mod. That's a great book. I'll help you write it. Roast the racism out of you.
Roast the racism out of you.
How a comedian born in the Philippines saved
America.
Ended racism.
America. Ended racism. Just roast the racism out of you. We've been trying to figure out like different. We'll say something this week and come travel with my girl, and we're like that's a quote. That's a quote right now. What would we say? Something we're like, you gotta have, man. Sometimes you gotta have bad days to realize the bad days ain't so bad. Then we're like, that's a quote.
Yeah.
This next one is sometimes you gotta roast the racism out of you. Dude,
I love that. So when you were in college, you did your first stand-up show?
Yeah. So let's see. I was 21, and there was a comedy class. So it was like ran by this theater teacher who taught improv and then like sketch comedy, musical comedy, and then one of the classes was stand-up. So I took all of them and then realized, the stand-up one's kind of my favorite of all of these. And I would think my first show was around that time too, or like open mic. It was all open mics, yeah. Because as a comic, you just start.
Yeah.
Anyone that would give you stage time. So doing like 5-minute sets.
Was it always with an instrument or just by yourself?
So the beginning was just like pure stand up. I still remember some of what were some of my first jokes? So bad. But Tom Shoes?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, so I won't say the joke. But I remember like I would write these jokes on index cards and like go up to this open mic at the club near me and just like not even have it memorized. I would like try to read it off and like tell the jokes. But so that was like around when I was 21. 21 was my first. How old was I when I did my first set? Yeah.
So after you graduated college, you became a music teacher, and is that when the music, started to get into the comedy?
So after a few sets, I think I was still in college, but that class that I was doing stand up in, one of the assignments was like a musical comedy song. So I did the song and it went well in class. And I remember thinking like, maybe I can throw this into my set, like the open mics that I'm doing. And that's when I started throwing songs in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever think about joining SNL or
Dude,
you know,
man.
stuff like that.
So it's kind of crazy. Like, at a certain year in my career, they started. I forget it was my manager or who, but you would get like a packet to submit to be a writer, or like they would ask for a video of like characters and stuff. And so I was doing that for a few years, and then one year after Just for Laughs, this festival I did in Canada, they had seen me there, and so they asked me to come do an audition. And so first, actually, they asked me to submit a video, and I was like, I forget if I had submitted the video or what happened, but I got asked to go do the callback.
Wow.
So I did the callback in New York, and that was, I think, 2022.
Okay.
And then, so I did the callback, and I was so nervous. And like, you were just in New York.
Yeah.
So, I was walking around Times Square being all like sentimental after the audition, like, my life's about to change.
I'm gonna be up on those billboards.
Yeah.
JR.
Hanging out outside of 30 Rock, like, oh, that's my new office. There it is. But, you know, I was like, so there was a possibility, like, that was the closest I got to it. But it was like, it reminded me too, there's like, everyone has their different path that they're supposed to be on. So there was a world where I think maybe, and who knows, maybe down the line. But yeah, so like, it would be cool. But I also think like right now I'm happy with like, I kind of like having my own ship with like touring and you know, being able to like surf in the day is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then your girlfriend can come with you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope to see you on that one day. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think my dream would be to like host it.
Oh, that's
That would
even
be sick.
better.
That would be sick to host it.
That's
Yeah.
you thought you were gonna be a cast member, but really you were just the host.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like who was like Shane Gillis
Okay.
hosted it and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
One day.
One day.
It would be the first openly Filipino
Openly.
comedian to host SNL.
I love that everyone's hiding it. It gets out. J.R.D. Guzman was Filipino this whole time.
That'll be awesome. I mean, I grew up watching because we're in the same era. It's nice
Yeah.
that we're basically the same age. That we grew up in that YouTube era,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
Dude, it was so offensive. The YouTube area, because there's no rules. You just post.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Nothing was monetized, so people just
Right.
got together, made funny jokes. I mean,
Yeah.
Ryan Higa,
Yeah.
he had to take down some of his old videos, like how to be gangster, how to be Asian, or whatever
Yeah.
it was, and.
So Ryan
Yeah.
Higa, Kev Jumba.
Yep.
Who else was the YouTube
It
generation?
was Smosh. It was
Oh,
Wong
yeah.
Fu.
Yeah.
Jenna Marbles. The guy Ray something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Ray,
the
he's still
top-
doing stuff.
Yeah, the top ones that I watched was Smosh, Ryan,
Yeah.
Wong Fu.
Do you remember Derek Humor?
Oh, Derek Comedy.
Derek Comedy.
Oh,
I'm thinking of College Humor.
I forgot.
Dude, with
that was one of
Childish
my favorite.
Gambino. Yeah.
That one video. I don't the N word.
Spelling
F
bee.
word. I can't even say it
Dude,
anymore.
I showed it. I so like hadn't watched it in like 10 years, and I was like, oh, I wanted to show my girl. She was like, "What is this?"
I do the same thing to people because they don't get it because like it was just that.
It's for that time. It's for
and
that
it was
time.
just us.
Yeah.
I've done that so many times with like
I love
friends.
it. We can't even say the title of the spelling bee
know.
one. Yeah,
It
but
was so.
so good. So
I
good.
loved all of that. That
Yeah.
was like my favorite era, and that's
So
I
good.
became a real big Childish Gambino fan or Donald
Yeah.
Glover because of Derek Comedy.
Yeah.
and then Community,
for sure.
and then all the stuff that he's
It's
doing
crazy.
now.
It's cool how like he was able to. I really, if I could have any like career similar to somebody, it would be his in the sense of he does projects where it's like he had a successful show. He was a writer on things. He's acted in things.
Actor, writer,
music
rapper.
career, comedy career. Like I don't know. It's just cool to be able to not be in one box.
Totally.
He did so many things.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see you going in that route. Did you ever do skit comedy?
kind of like I mean in theater, in like drama stuff,
But
and
not
then
like YouTube and stuff.
not on YouTube,
Okay.
yeah. But I did do improv and sketch. Like, I almost felt like I went to comedy college and then graduated and then picked stand up as my path.
I see.
Because when I was first starting, I did improv, sketch, musical comedy, like whatever comedy things there were. Because I thought comedians were. I think Seinfeld said this. They're like magicians, and you want to learn how to do those tricks. And I was like, man, how do you write a sketch? How do you write a joke? How do you make a song funny? And like studied it. And so I just tried to learn as much as I could about like the history of comedy, like all the different pathways. Like for it, like improvisers, I remember thinking like, okay, what's the journey from like taking your first improv class to then like maybe acting in a show or like going on SNL? So I was just like obsessed with just comedy as a thing. So
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Nice. So what led you to becoming a music teacher?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like I think a similar thing with music. I
Mhm.
also just wanted to understand. I remember singing, I was okay. Like growing up, I was like, I can kind of sing. My brother was really, really good. So I started taking voice lessons and I was amazed that you could actually like learn how to sing.
Mhm.
I always just thought you either can
I
sing or you
still think
can't.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I feel
do
like all
believe
Hawaiians sing a little bit.
well, people are better at singing than other people, like naturally gifted. Same
Sure.
with like you're naturally athletic.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't get the singing part, but maybe if I took classes, I don't know.
I honestly think you
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
I
We'll
really
see.
I remember this place that I went to, especially as a teacher, I started to see like,
Mhm.
oh dang, this kid is getting a grasp of it. And I think same thing with sports and learning anything, kids are the best because they're just like clay. Like they'll pick up everything fast. I noticed all the kid singers that I had who had just no embarrassment to like make weird sounds, they're the ones that improved at singing the fastest. But yeah, I got into teaching because I was learning from that studio. And then once I graduated from college, they like offered me a job. And I
Oh,
was like, I
okay.
would much rather do this than like another office job.
Yeah. Did you have
Yeah.
office jobs before? You had the classic 9 to 5?
Man, I've like never really had a real job. I'm so
Mhm.
lucky because I worked there. And I mean, it's a job, but it wasn't like administrative.
Mhm.
And then I also worked at my mom's like dental office
Mhm.
and my dad's like debt collection agency.
Okay.
So it's really weird, odd job. So like at my mom's office, I was the phone guy.
Okay, receptionist.
Yeah, receptionist. Honestly, I don't even know
The guy who picked up the phone and talked to people.
yeah, yeah. This is how bad I am at like office work. Like I was the phone guy and the printing guy.
I got coffee sometimes too.
But yeah, so like I was the one that would call people to tell them to come back in. And I remember when I was doing stand up at the time too. So I would sometimes like try to make it a goal on every call to make somebody laugh.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm like testing out my bits
Nice.
here. And I would even have like go to like phone bits, like I would have a set on the call. But so I did that. Then I worked for my dad's debt collection agency when I was like 15. And that was me like ruining people's days. Opposite of comedy.
Yeah.
So I call like you're not supposed to say who you are for the first whatever. You're like, oh hey, confirm the identity. Mr. like Smith. And they're like, yeah, yeah. Oh, cool, man. Like, how's it going? Blah blah. Yeah, so I'm calling because you owe this much money to Iron Horse Gym. And then they're like cursing me out or like hanging up on me.
They just didn't get the joke.
Yeah, yeah.
Comedy's subjective.
It's yeah, with time you'll understand that
Yeah.
was funny, sir. But so then eventually, yeah, then I started the music teaching. And the thing I loved about music teaching was I could just like learn like in between students, kind of like practice
Mhm.
music stuff and then like write jokes. And all my jobs I've been able to like write jokes in between stuff, which has been pretty cool.
Nice. And
Yeah.
keep watching because he's gonna play a song
Yeah.
later on
It's
the
coming.
episode. So don't go anywhere.
What do you want? So, do you want to hear? Oh, I can do both. A soulful song or like the offensive one.
I mean, I like both. I mean,
Okay.
it's up to you. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
You can do one. You can do a mashup. You can
Okay.
do two. Yeah. We'll
Okay.
see. We got some time to think.
I have some stuff in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I love the dark humor, offensive stuff. I mean, people probably wouldn't guess that because I look so like clean and
Yeah.
innocent online. But I love that, like off camera, like I love all the racist jokes. and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Okay, sick.
Don't ever find my messages or log into my Instagram DMs because I would get canceled
Yeah, yeah.
easily.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that, man. I love that. Like, someone's gonna take out just that soundbite. You're like, I love racist stuff.
Come on, host of the Keep It Love podcast. Come on, I love racism.
Very racist. Yeah.
But I am like half the culture, so it's like I can say the Japanese jokes, the
Yeah.
Portuguese jokes.
That's the nice
Yeah.
thing of like, I'll be saying like racist stuff about Asians. My girlfriend's white.
Uh-huh.
And then she'll like repeat something I say and like, you can't say that.
Yeah.
That's a little too
We don't make
far.
the rules. That's just what it is.
It's how it is. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did do an ancestry test, and it did come back that I'm 1% North African.
Okay.
but I'm saying this publicly that I will not be making black
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah. Like that one's still not enough.
Yeah,
You need
yeah.
a few more percentage. Yeah.
Exactly. If I'm not over 10%, I don't think I could do it. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, it's ancestry.com has like a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Like you still can't make
That would
these
have been
jokes.
so funny. It's like, I know what you're thinking. Do not do it. Right under the 1%.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got into music teaching, and what year was this?
Music teaching was okay. So I graduated 2012. So right away, so 2013 through probably 2015, I think. I
Wait, you
would say.
graduated
2012.
college or high school?
College.
Oh, you
2012.
graduated college in 2012?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're older than me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait, so what year did you graduate?
I graduated high school 2008.
Oh, 2008.
Oh, so you
okay.
graduated.
I
Okay,
had 2011 high school. I thought you said
Gotcha.
you graduated high school 2012.
Okay, I see. I
Oh,
see.
okay. So you're 08. So okay,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get the timeline.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, you're like 3 years older than me.
Okay.
Same,
Okay.
yeah. We're the same era still.
Yeah, same,
Yeah.
same, but different.
Yeah. Okay, so you did that, and then from that point on, how many years did you just do that before you started to grow your social media platform? Because 2011, I believe, is when Instagram came out,
Yeah.
and then were you starting to post on that?
No, so it was really like I was posting like kind of throughout doing comedy, but not that I didn't really know the online stuff that well. I really started posting more regularly in 2020, like
Oh,
during the
okay.
pandemic. Yeah. So before that, I just thought, live show is where it's at, and you have to build your craft and all this stuff. And
You even won the NBC
yeah,
one, right?
yeah, so I was like building the ability to do live performance, and I had won the NBC stand-up competition. And then when everything shut down in 2020, I was like, you know what? I think I have to learn how to do the online stuff because that's all we have right now. And so I posted like every day straight for 60 days. One of my buddies had started this thing. And then that's kind of what got the ball rolling. And I remember one day I had COVID and I was at my girlfriend's apartment in Minnesota. And I remember like waking up the next day after posting some clips, and like one of the videos had like 20 million views. And I was like, that can't be right. Like, let me check this out. And then some shows had sold out and all that. So that's sort of when I realized like, okay, there's something here,
Oh,
and
cool.
like the importance of posting.
Totally. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great lesson. I mean, we post a clip every single day, and that helps our social media grow. You just need a couple of viral videos, and you get
Yeah,
a couple thousand followers.
for sure. Yeah. What have you guys seen for you? Cause like there's sort of the common things you hear of like staying consistent or all that. What have you guys have felt like helped you guys build on your end of things?
I think there's a couple of things which I mentioned in my book. Keep It Aloha, available now on.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't know if it'll be out by now. I'm still editing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully, it's out by this episode. I think I've said this on every episode for like the last month.
Well, just in case, you never
yeah,
know.
just in case.
Keep it aloha
yeah.
in stores now.
So I think for our podcast, I think we came in at a good time. Hawaii's always 10 years behind on things. So podcasting was still pretty new here.
Yeah.
I think the topics we talked about, like cultural identity and like very niche things that a lot of us never really talked about. Like, what does it mean to be Hawaiian? And can you be Hawaiian in this modern era, but still keep your traditions? And just like genuine questions I had growing up. So I think the realness of it, this talk story style, really resonated with a lot of people. And then I think the social media part was it grew when Jordan, he's not here, another Filipino. I realized a lot of the most important people in my life are Filipino.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Like one of my best friends and mentor, Lincoln, my girlfriend, Faith.
Yeah.
Ozzy's Filipino, Jordan, my
Dang,
business
dude.
partner, Filipino.
Honorary Filipino.
Exactly.
man.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm Filip.
There's something
What
about
is the opposite of like, how we're like, oh, I'm Hawaiian by injection for girls saying that, or like, or
Yeah.
insertion, right?
Yeah.
What is the thing for men?
I don't know, man, dude. That's a tough one. Yeah. Filipino by
Saliva.
You caught the Filipino. I don't know, something. Yeah. We'll think of it.
Yeah. Maybe I gotta like eat balut or something and
Yeah.
have a ceremony. I don't
There
know.
is like there's some people who it's funny. It's like something about their energy naturally gets like attracted to the Filipino world. My buddy's Vietnamese, and he like knows every Filipino everywhere. Yeah. Actually, the reason I became friends with him, freshman year in high school, I sat next to him in band, and the first thing I asked him was like, "Are you Filipino?" He's like, "No." And then we became best friends ever since.
Well, I think it's the ethnic cultures and
Yeah.
it's Asian people. We relate on that part and stuff. But anyways, for
Yeah,
the
you were saying.
podcast, we were doing like maybe a clip or two every episode, and then Jordan came, started producing it, and he came up with this shotgun approach where he's like,
Mm.
"You have a 2 hour long episode. Why not post as many clips as possible?" So we started posting every day, sometimes multiple times a day,
Yeah.
and the clips just started to go viral. And
Yeah.
I mean, you have 7 chances. I see it as like every episode we have 7 to 8 chances for a clip to go viral,
Mhm.
and then all collectively that all the analytics, you have a lot of impressions, a lot of views. You can sell that to get sponsors.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think it only makes sense to post as much as you can and just to stay relevant, right? Like
Yeah.
so many people see the podcast and because we have like thousands of clips, literally thousands of
Mhm.
clips
Mhm.
out there. So,
Yeah, for sure. It's like you're saying, like you have so much content. It's within that 2 hours you could cut out like
yeah.
a ton of clips and just need one or two even to do well.
Yeah. Like this one, we're just gonna post the most out of pocket, out of
Yeah.
context clips, so it goes so viral.
Yeah, yeah. So funny.
Yeah, but I think the tricky thing about Hawaii is a lot of us were pretty capped.
Mm.
So you're more on a national stage and international because of your background, right? You probably have so many fans in the Philippines. Same with
Mhm.
Bretman Rock, right?
Mhm,
He
mhm.
he lives here.
That's what I
But
heard, yeah.
he has like 18 million followers.
Yeah.
He started a podcast and he got like 100,000 followers before even posting an episode.
That's crazy.
And that's just the
Yeah.
power and like how
It's almost like it's
big
like a
people.
machine. You just create this thing that people like get
Exactly, yeah.
excited
It is
about.
a social media machine.
Yeah.
So once you figure it out, you kind of just replicate that, right? But for Hawaii, if you look at all like the biggest creators, I think the toughest part is how to like get past that like 250K, 300,
Yeah.
maybe even reach that 500K limit. I mean,
Right.
because you're gonna see Tumo after this, right?
For sure.
And I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think he's probably around like 200, 300K maybe.
Mm.
And for us, if we don't go outside of Hawaii, if we don't expand
I
our
see what you're
demographic,
saying,
we're just
yeah.
gonna get stuck there. So
Hmm.
like that's what I've been doing recently is trying to expand
Branch
out
out.
of just Hawaii. Even though I
Yeah.
love to share the stories of Hawaii, our
Yeah.
local people.
Yeah.
But if I don't branch out to like people like you, and we just
Yeah.
had Oliver, the guy who sailed from Oregon to Hawaii,
Mhm.
and other bigger people, then we won't break into these other demographics, and it's gonna be the same people listening to the same stories.
Yeah.
Where if we can just break out, we can get new audiences
Yeah.
and then bring on local people who probably don't have a bigger platform and give them a bigger
I think it's
platform.
exactly that. It's
Yeah.
like you're still keeping true to like the original pod of people,
Mhm.
but then now like introducing them to even bigger platforms, and like I think it feeds off of each other too.
Totally,
what
yeah.
you're doing.
And that's why we want to. We're starting this thing where we're gonna go outside and do podcasts, and then also fly people in, hopefully. So
Yeah.
that's something I've been working on. But yeah,
Sweet,
just
man.
trying to stay relevant, innovate, and
Yeah.
keep up with the times.
I know. I
Yeah.
think that's the way, because it always changes, like the
Uh-huh.
algorithms and all that stuff. And I think like if you're staying like adapting to the technical part of it, but like staying true to what you love about it, I just believe everything will work
Yeah.
out.
Well, one thing I love is culture, and we
Mm.
can connect to a lot of other cultures. Filipino, I mean, that's one of the
Yeah.
biggest cultures here in Hawaii.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why you're like family to us,
For sure,
right?
for sure.
So I think we can still connect with many other cultures and
Yeah.
find the similarities that we all
Mhm.
have, and that's something I learned in the Peace Corps and just traveling and living everywhere.
Yeah, man, dude, I
Yeah.
love that. Love that.
So you started getting on social media in 2020 pandemic time, and a lot of people have mixed reviews of the pandemic. It
Mhm.
was a blessing to some, it was a curse to some others, right?
Yeah.
Here, like, there was empty beaches, you got to surf and
Oh yeah.
hang out without tourists.
Yeah.
But people who were in creative industries like
Mhm.
musicians, comics, you couldn't do any live shows.
Sure.
So was that a struggle to you, or was the social media, I guess, growth,
Yeah.
did that kind of I don't know, supplement it? And
It's so weird because it's like I think of it like the silver linings, where there was all the things that were really horrible about the pandemic and everything, but it actually helped me in a lot of ways. I think of it kind of like during any sort of like struggle or hardship, like you kind of have to evolve to adapt to survive everything. And I think that adaptation for me helped me a lot, like set me up for like what I'm doing today,
Mhm.
where I started I had to do a lot more online posting, and then I was doing online shows. I was doing a lot of Zoom
Oh,
shows.
cool.
So just like in front of my podcast mic and like a camera,
Mm.
like talking to the little squares on my screen. And when I was doing that, I had to do a lot more crowd work because it's hard to do a Zoom show just your material. People don't really care.
Yeah.
But when you're on a Zoom show, they kind of want to be like interacted with and engaged. So then when we went from these Zoom shows to live shows, I kind of had more of a skill for doing crowd work.
Mm-hmm.
And I started just doing more crowd work in my shows and like learning how to post consistently. And also I think that time off was good for me to like reset and figure out what my voice was as a comedian too. So I don't know, in a weird way, like I kind of liked that time
Yeah.
and having that time off too. But I try to sorry, I was holding in a burp that whole time.
Oh, no worries.
I was like,
the sparkling water always
it's-
makes me burp the most.
Yeah.
On the side.
by
Yeah.
Kolea.
Kolea, sparkling
So
hot water.
refreshing.
Yes, you love it so much, right?
I love it so much.
You even take a sip, but you love it.
Even no, I just know.
Just
I can
looking
tell.
at it.
Oh, it's so delicious.
Oh, Kolea.
But I think I'm gonna name my daughter Kolea.
Oh, wow.
But-
Beautiful.
But I feel like in some ways I think of the again silver lining of the pandemic. It wasn't great for everybody, and there was a lot of hard stuff, but there was like the retreat aspect where I was like there was time to be still and quiet and like sit with yourself and be more intentional
Mm-hmm.
because you're like, oh, my life's been going this way on autopilot, but is that really the way I want to go? And I think about that more and more now, where even at this stage, like specifically like right now, this month, I've been thinking about like, I have this time in Hawaii. I've been using a lot of it to like do things that I really love and enjoy and let that guide me to
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen next instead of just thinking like, this is what I have to do next in my career, or like, because this person says to, or like this person thinks like that's what's successful. I'm kind of reflecting on what does success look like to me? Like, how do I redefine that and everything? Yeah.
What does success look like to you?
I would say, I mean, there's so many like cliches in it, but it's like, it's great to be financially abundant, but I think for a purpose, like to still be able to show up for all the people in your life or like give back in some way. I think if I'm happy doing the things that I'm doing and like driven by inspiration, we're talking about inspiration and desperation. If I'm like driven by inspiration, like faith, trust, and surrounded by people that I love, I think I'm doing well,
Mhm.
doing good.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I think all the other stuff like money,
It's a
like,
tool.
It's a tool. Yeah, exactly. It's a tool. And I think I've always believed in this, like, if you take those leaps of faith, the net shows up.
Mm.
And I think that like money is kind of like that too, where it's like, okay, I'm going to, in a smart way, take this leap forward in something I believe in. I think the money and the tools to do what I need to do to serve people will show up. So it's like your podcast, you're talking about like building it for these people to showcase them on a bigger platform. I think that the purpose of that has like a wide reach and a great purpose that like life, God, the universe will like show up and reward that. It's like, okay, yeah, this is, he's on a noble mission. We got to give him these tools. Like, it makes me think of these role player video games where you're like,
RPGs.
yeah, RPGs. Like, I need the talisman or like I need these berries to get through. All of a sudden, this like old dude shows up. Like, are these the berries you seek? It's like, I feel like that with this stuff where it's like, okay, if like my goal is to like make people laugh who are, I don't know, going through a depression, or it's like going through some kind of sickness or something, like, and it sounds so funny talking about it in this deep way when like I'll end up writing a dick joke or like some weird racist song or something. But I think like, okay, the means to reach more and more people who are going through that will show up. So I don't have to worry too much about it. Like when I'm stressing and obsessing about like, how do I get as many people to see this as possible? I have to redirect myself to think like, okay, like why do I want as many people to see this as possible? Is it for my own like so I can feel good and
Ego,
look. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I can look in the mirror like, wow, I got 1 million views today.
Yeah, 2 hour standing ovation.
Yeah. Even though we did get that.
Yeah.
The other
That's
day.
what it's crazy because you weren't hoping for it.
I wasn't
And you
hoping
got
for
it.
it. Then 2 hours. I just wanted a 1 hour standing ovation. I know. Are you okay?
Knee's still a little sore.
It's
from
you
that.
have to stretch before.
Yeah,
it.
we're almost to our shishi break, so I'll walk around a little bit.
But yeah, I think like there is something when everything like good that's happened for me in my career has happened when I wasn't like doing it for my own ego.
Yeah.
It was like when I was like, okay, this makes me happy. I want to share this with like someone.
Mhm.
It goes back to that like jamming in your room with your friends, making each other laugh. It's like, how do I make as many of these friends
Mhm.
where we're just like making each other laugh as possible?
Yeah.
But part of that I think is taking care of your health because and like seeing what makes you happy because I think when I was burnt out before, it was hard to even remember like what does that feel like? That feeling that initially made me feel happy.
Mhm.
So if I can't get in touch with that, how am I even going to be able to give that to people?
Mhm.
Just like going up there burnt out, like I think people can sense that a little bit. But so yeah, so going all the way back, I think success is like health, feeling happy, and then being able to share that with people.
Yeah, totally. I love that. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy Naval Ravikant.
Oh, that's yeah.
He was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he's just like this really like angel investor, real
Yeah.
awesome philosopher. I hope I get the order right, but he said we list things, we see things important in life as like wealth or success, or no, it's wealth, happiness, and health
Mm,
in that order. But it should be opposite. It should be, health, happiness, and then wealth.
yeah.
So I think if we go with that reverse order of the happiness, health, and wealth,
Yeah.
I think the wealth comes,
I love that.
right? So for me, it's always been about community and others. Like I've never, as much as like I've done things for myself, it was always with a bigger purpose of community.
For sure.
And it's funny you mentioned like the RPGs because in my book there's a chapter called the gamification of life.
Oh, really?
How
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
life as like a video game, like an RPG and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and I explain it. And a lot of things, like for example, I don't want money so I can feel good and buy nice things. I want money so I can take care of my family. I can take care of my girlfriend, my friends.
For sure.
I can take care of take my little siblings to New York and have a
Yeah.
great trip.
Yeah.
So I think when you do things with the purpose of others instead of yourself, just feeding your own ego, I think life rewards you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so much, man. There's so much of what you just said where I'm
Yeah.
like I want to say things about because like the order thing that you're talking about. I remember there was a day where I was always trying to like manifest my goals and it'd be like I want to make this much money this year. And that's still I think it's still important like
Yeah.
you're saying like to like help people around you and all
Yeah.
that. But then I think I started writing in my journal 4 categories. It was like love, health, passion, wealth.
Hmm.
And I would try to put in that order so that way the same thing that I was thinking about like wealth last and then love would be like the people around me like I got baptized in like 2019 so
congrats.
right before the pandemic and stuff so it'd be like God, family, and then like purpose and stuff and then the health thing because I felt like I started to realize how much I could actually even enjoy anything or not enjoy anything based on like how I'm taking care of myself and stuff.
I'm in that right now with my post surgeries.
Dude, yeah.
That's why this year I'm just focusing on only my podcast and my health. I'm like saying no to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not healthy, I can't show up for the people that
100%.
know?
That's what it is, like showing up, where you're like, it actually probably makes you happy to show up for those people versus like when you're like your loved ones are around you and like you don't feel like you have enough to give. There's something where you're like, why is that? What happened that I don't have enough energy to like laugh with these people like I usually would. But then there was something else that you just said that I really love too, but I forget.
Well, I was thinking more about like the RPG and how like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
that's right.
a video game and
Yeah.
how you like the person shows up and gives you that stuff. It really is like life as a game is such a great metaphor, and
Yeah.
not saying it's just like to take it lightly or
Sure.
have fun. Like yes, have fun while doing it, but if you think of all the RPGs,
Yeah.
they're going on a journey to save the princess, to save their family. It's for a
Yeah.
bigger purpose, not just themselves. But along the journey, they get stronger, wiser,
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
So I think even like Mario, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You go, he's trying to save Princess Peach
Yeah.
from Bowser, and
Yeah.
he's going making friends along the way and adventuring all across the land, and
Yeah.
eventually saves the princess. But he's so much stronger. He knows how to get through all the obstacles. But that's just life, right?
It equips
Yeah.
you. Like I feel like a lot of the hardships, especially.
Yeah.
Because I think when you say that, I think about your Peace Corps journey, and then I'm sure there's other chapters of figuring out your business, like
totally.
successes and failures that have equipped you for now. When you face something else, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that thing in the Peace Corps when we were, and I'm like,
Stuck in a cyclone and
Yeah.
had to walk 8 hours home.
yeah, it probably gives you that knowledge when you go through another hard thing. Like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah.
I could do this.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the game. You fail, you just restart.
Yeah.
Right? You learn how to not do that thing. And then you're like, okay, this route cannot go. This route, I got to jump over this, go right, go up, and now I'm at the goal, you know?
So now I'm interested, like, is there anything right now, right, that you're going through where you're like, okay, I have to lean on my, like, the gamification part of things where you're like, oh, I have to, what I learned, I'm going to apply it right now, or like I'm figuring out a question right now. Is there anything for you that you're going
Right.
through right now?
I feel like I'm, you know how we go through life and you're trying to figure out yourself and your passion, your purpose. I feel like I kind of got to that point already where like
Yeah.
I'm really confident in like what I'm doing and who I am.
Mm,
So I wouldn't say like I'm on that journey. I feel like the Peace Corps race 50K at the beginning of the podcast, that was the main parts of that journey.
yeah.
So I'm kind of just like, how do I stay consistent with it? That's my journey now. But I would say if I had to answer that question, maybe just with my health, of
Mm,
like trying not to get discouraged that like my knee and shoulders taking so long to heal,
yeah.
and like there I could be doing more, and like maybe I got to get more sponsors and whatever. So like I think it's more of motivation to me that this is the hero's journey. Like it's part of it. It's like
Yeah.
different levels, different chapters
Yeah.
where, yeah, I was successful in this, but now I'm kind of like at the beginning of this journey. It's a new journey, new book,
A new
new
hero's
chapter,
journey,
whatever
yeah.
it is. And it's just part of the experience, you know? So like, I don't get discouraged. I know it's like, I'm not going to be fat for forever, you know? Like I'm not going to be out of shape.
You look good, man. When you're
and-
talking about the athletic stuff, I was like, I could tell this guy's an athlete.
No,
man.
no, it's just you don't. If I take off the shirt, if we go surf, you'll see. I gained like 50 pounds since I had my
Over the-
surgeries. Yeah,
Sure.
but I want to have a good transformation video. So yeah, talk about going viral. But yeah, so I think like that. I take that mindset into everything that I do.
Mm,
I wouldn't say it's like a specific thing, but it's the mindset that I've gained from sports, life, travel,
yeah.
video games,
Yeah.
and I take that within like to everything I do. So like, if I fail, I'm like, I'll just start again. You know?
Mm,
You ever play the game It Takes Two?
no.
Oh,
Which
okay.
one's
That's a fun one. You should play with your girlfriend.
Okay, okay.
Basically, it's like a co-op game, split
Yeah.
screen, where you play with another person and you do all these really fun challenges and get through different levels.
Yeah.
But you play with
You have
another
to do it
person.
with another person
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
through each thing. That's
Yeah,
sick.
so
That's
that's
a good like couples bond.
yeah, totally. It's the game. The story of the game is like a couple that's like gonna get divorced, and the
Oh.
daughter is sad, and she like wishes something, and they turn into these dolls, and they're going to like
Whoa,
this
that's
whole-
kind of
yeah. So it's kind of cool.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that when we're about to get divorced.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I know. And so yeah, we talked about all this deep stuff. Can you like end with a dick joke or something?
Yeah,
'Cause that's,
yeah. Well, I was gonna say when
Yeah.
you're at the end of your thing, I was like, "Wow, that's so crazy! I can't wait to read that in the Keep It Aloha book."
Yeah.
But
That
yeah.
that would get your dick hard or something.
Yeah,
Come on,
exactly. Oh yeah, and
say-
then that'll make you smash it even harder and faster and last longer. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I just didn't want people to think we're like too smart and wise.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. We're not. We're both
we're
pretty
just
dumb.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're some bros. All right. Let's take a quick shishi break and we'll be right back with a performance actually.
Let's get it.
JR. Okay.
All right, so this is Asian Guys Can Smash, but on ukulele. Since, I was gonna say it's because we're in Hawaii, but it's because I didn't want to carry my guitar; it's too heavy. So this is Asian Guys Can Smash on the ukulele, and it goes like this. And Asian guys can smash. We're not just good at math. If we were back in class, I'd re-educate your ass. 'Cause Asian guys can smash, not just bricks in karate class. I'm not a karate kid, motherfucker. I'm a karate man. There's another stereotype. They say Asians can't drive. That's fucked up, y'all. So I'm gonna dispel that stereotype. This is why they think Asians can't drive right here. I said Asian guys can drive. They always say we crash. It's not from driving bad. It's from driving while we smash. You gotta multitask, baby. So if you see an Asian driver out there and he turns left without signaling, skr, skr, don't be racist, all right? He was just getting his dick sucked. It's funny saying that into a camera. This feels weird, but don't be racist, man. He's just multitasking out there. Now, there's another stereotype I grew up with that was really heartbreaking to the Asian community, and I want to heal all the Asian men out there tonight by dispelling this stereotype. I said our penises aren't small. It's just like our rice. When you warm it up, it doubles twice its size. Oh, it's like a rice cooker, baby. Ooh, you gotta wait for that rice to warm up. When it says cooking, it's not ready yet. But when it says keep warm, you gotta keep that rice warm, girl. That's Asian guys can smash. Give rice a chance. Yeah.
All right, we're back from a quick shishi break. Mahalo to our drink sponsor and J.R. de Guzman's favorite drink of all time, Kolea
good.
sparkling water.
So good.
We're legally allowed to say that.
Yes.
Okay, see.
My favorite drink of all time. Better than water. I don't even drink
Sparkling
water anymore.
Aloha in every bubble.
Oh, yeah. Aloha.
Water don't got aloha in every bubble.
No, it's just got H2O.
All right, that was a really awesome performance.
Thank you.
We already know that Asian guys can smash, and if we didn't know, now we know.
Now you know for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to get into the social media fan questions. This one comes from Raquino35. This person says, if you could change anything in society, what would it be?
If I could change anything in society, gosh, that's such a big question. Why my first question to Queen is, why would you ask me that?
Because
as a comedian, you know
things that we don't know.
She knows.
Yeah.
She knows that we knows. If I could change anything in society, what would it be? Let me search deep into my heart what that would be. Can't even think of all the there's so many.
What wouldn't I change?
What wouldn't I change, man? Society sucks. You suck, society. You know what? Actually, speaking of my girlfriend becoming a therapist, I think the access to certain things. It's like the way if the way that we value certain things is money. I think if there was a way to make therapy more accessible, cheaper. It's so expensive. You just can't deal with your problem. People are like, oh, that guy needs to go to therapy. He's like, but I'm broke. All right, then you just stay fucked up.
Yeah.
I think making therapy more affordable, and allowing more 6-foot Filipino guys to get into the NBA, who really wanted to be in the NBA. That would be sick. That's not selfish reasons at all. That's
you're thinking of the collective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the people.
Imagine a team of Filipinos winning the NBA championship.
Oh my God.
The party after that.
Oh yeah.
As soon as they win the championship, the trophy comes out. That trophy is gonna be like a magic mic.
It's a mic. Yeah.
You take off the top and there's a mic there, and everybody's just singing.
That's actually the overtime. It's a magic mic competition. Y'all gotta sing. Filipinos win in overtime.
Singing.
Journey. Oh man.
That'd be awesome. Just great answer. Okay. Less deep. This one comes from Jen O _love. This person says, "What's your favorite food?"
Man, out here I've eaten poke like sometimes 3 times a day.
Yeah, I love this new shirt that I just got.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's so
Yeah.
sick.
Gotta
Wh-
grind them all.
Is that
Pokeball?
is that a place out here?
No.
No?
So Mahalo Shoots is a merch company that I'm
Okay.
a part of, and it's part of Merch Labs that they do my merch.
Oh,
So
sick.
it's like a local branch of it.
Man, I
so
gotta get that shirt.
they do, yeah, we just created this shirt.
That's so dope.
Yeah, I can get you some if you need.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say
Mhm.
poke is probably like sushi and poke.
Where have you been?
I've been going to Maguro spot like
Okay, that's
every
a
day.
good. Oh yeah, because you're
Yeah,
running
'cause
Waikiki.
we haven't left Waikiki
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all. Yeah,
Okay.
but what do you recommend? A few others?
Oh, there's tons.
Yeah?
There's Ono
Okay.
Seafood. There's, the grocery stores, underrated
Yeah,
poke.
Foodland.
Foodland, Tanioka, Tamura's.
Okay.
There's K-Bays and
Oh,
Kaneohe.
I'm gonna need this
Yeah,
list,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
I can give it to you.
I want to come back here for just like a few weeks to
Mhm.
chill because this we had like the days before the show, so we're just kind of like staying in the area,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna go to Kauai. But I want to just spend some time on Oahu to like get to know Oahu
Totally,
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you need, I got you.
Let's go.
Okay, next question comes from Kavaika Aloha. This
I love that
person
even
says-
you can't pronounce the Hawaiian name.
Oh no, this one.
Oh, is it
just-
weird?
I just I speak Hawaiian, so
Okay.
and I know the Hawaiian word, so I was just thinking if I made a typo, it's supposed to
Oh.
be Kavika or
I see.
Kavaika.
I see.
So that's why I paused because I wasn't sure if I just
It's
typoed this.
sort of like because so I thought it was gonna be like, oh, so even Hawaiians can't pronounce it, but like,
But that's also true.
is it really?
But that's also true because
Really?
even if you have like long Hawaiian names,
Yeah.
you have to you can't
Shorten
just
it.
read it super quickly the first time because you're trying to see like when are you supposed to pronounce certain words.
Yeah.
Like, and especially if there's no okina or kahako,
Yeah.
the diacritical marks, then it's a
Hawaiian's
little
so cool, man. I love the
yeah.
language.
Yeah, it's a fun language to learn.
Yeah.
And Chief of War is coming out, and that's gonna be all in Hawaiian.
Yeah, I was talking
Yeah.
to somebody from that. They're about to do all the like
the premiere,
screenings. I was
yeah.
at this the Gold Gala, and they
Okay.
were there too. A bunch of people from it. It's like
Okay.
a Asian awards thing.
Oh,
in
nice. Was
LA.
Justin Chan there?
Maybe
He's
I got
one of the directors.
Oh, because then probably yeah.
Okay, nice.
And then I've been talking with somebody. I think Angie.
Angie LaParette.
Yes.
Yeah, from ICANN.
Yeah. Because she was telling me about the screening, but I think I'm leaving before they do it here.
You should just fly back for the day.
Because we're there
Yeah.
until the 23rd. I mean, I would be down to come back. I'll
You could.
see.
I mean, if you already connected with Angie, and
Yeah.
I could also message them. I'm
sure.
doing some interviews with Hawaiian Airlines
Okay.
at the premiere, so
Sick.
I'll be there.
Yeah, man, I'd love that. It just seems so like.
I mean, historical.
Yeah. I'll try. I think I'm gonna try to come. If not, I'll come to one of the other screenings they're
Yeah.
doing somewhere. But
Are you into UFC too?
yeah.
Because then the day after, or that weekend,
Uh-huh.
is Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier.
Oh snap! Where's the actual fight? Is it in
I,
Vegas?
I
or
don't know.
Somewhere. Okay.
I want to say it might be
Max
in
Holloway, Dustin
Louisiana
Poirier?
because it's Dustin Poirier is from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a
So
sick
I mean, yeah, you
fight.
could go to the premiere. I'm gonna watch it at my place with some people. You could watch the UFC fights. Then go back to Kauai.
Man, I know. I'm gonna convince my girlfriend. She wants to go surf and have a retreat out there, but it's like, nah, I gotta go do something.
2 days here.
Yeah,
Let's go back. Yeah.
All right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Poke was your favorite food. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so Kavaika Aloha. I hope it's not Kavika Aloha. So if I got it wrong, sorry. Ask him if he ever surfed or took surf lessons in Kauai.
Oh, in Kuwait. Yeah. Wait, I wonder if
I feel like he probably asked this because he might.
he
know
might
you.
be the guy that taught me.
Yeah.
Maybe. I gotta go look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Kauai, we did surf lessons. The guy's name was Rick, though. Unless that's like
Maybe that's his Hawaiian
his
name.
Hawaiian name.
His middle name or something.
Dude, this guy's a character.
Yeah.
Can I see a picture of him?
I'm gonna search it up. Right
Okay.
now.
So Rick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I did typo it. It's
Oh.
Kavika Aloha.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm happy I checked it.
Yeah. So Rick, and then there was the other guy that was with him. He definitely looked more Hawaiian. So I don't know if that's the other guy.
I can't see. This is all. He's private. So
Oh yeah, no, I can't see him super well.
it's,
Yeah, but
but he says Kavika Hawaiian surf lessons. surfblessons.com. Is that the group?
nah, I don't think so.
Maybe he saw you with
Maybe he
another
saw me out
group,
there.
Yeah. And he's like, why did you
Well, we're-
take lessons with them instead of me?
I know. Like, why you supporting that?
Yeah.
Rick was our surf coach out in Kauai,
Mhm.
and every like technical thing that we would learn, he had like some sexual innuendo for it. It's like, it's like, like for the paddle, he's like, you gotta go balls deep, man. Go balls deep, or you're not going anywhere. He's like, and he's talking about like, yeah, and then popping up on a board, it's like, just like making love to a woman, man. You want to go too slow, not too fast, all this stuff. And it was weird. Like after he told me all this stuff, I'm like, this actually makes sense.
Yeah, it actually helped your
helped.
sex life, right?
Yeah. Now my girlfriend's very happy now. Still a bad surfer, but
Yeah, but in bed, great.
yeah. In bed, killing it.
Asian
2
guys
minutes.
can smash.
It's quality, not quantity.
Exactly. All right, next question comes from Ruth3423. This person says, do you have relatives in Hawaii? What do your parents do for a living? And did they tell you to go to healthcare instead of being a comedian?
All right. So do I have relatives in Hawaii? Man, I feel like I do, but not close. You know what I mean? Where it's like your cousins. Because I remember growing up, they would visit us, but I don't remember, because whenever we go out here, we don't like go see specific people. What was the other one?
Next one is, what do your parents do for a living?
Oh yeah, my mom's a
What you said,
dentist, and then my dad is the office manager at the dental office. But
Yeah.
he used to be in the military. My dad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, in the
Awesome.
Philippines.
I remember that one, I think it's part of your special or something where you're talking about your dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys are both living at home. And
Yeah,
you're joking
yeah.
about like, oh, you got to move out. And you're like, what about mom?
Yeah.
And
Is
then,
she gonna come with us?
And then
Yeah.
you're like comparing like all your siblings to your mom because she's like, she
Yeah.
owns it and
Yeah.
your dad's working for her.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that was a funny.
Yeah.
funny
It's fun.
skit.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Those good times.
Okay. And the last one is, did they tell you to go into healthcare instead of being a comedian?
They were never like strictly. I think they really, because both my brothers were dentists, so they really
Uh-huh.
wanted me to go into dentistry. But when I was doing stand up, they were pretty chill about it. Like, there was a time where I told them I was going to move back to the Philippines to do dental school, because that's what my brothers did. But that was kind of my excuse to stay in California a little bit longer and then like get comedy figured out. Yeah.
And you did it.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
It was like that desperation thing. Like,
Uh-huh.
let me figure this out in the next year.
Yeah.
And then I think within that year, I got my first TV credit.
Oh, so cool.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. What JR is mentioning before the podcast, we were talking about how people are motivated by two things, inspiration and desperation.
Yeah.
So I feel like.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's right. Inspiration or desperation. So I had the mix of both. And then the desperation part was, let me figure out stand up like enough that my parents would be chill about it in this 1 year. And then, yeah, by that year, it was Kevin Hart's Heart of the City. So he was doing a show where he goes to like each scene and finds like up and coming comics from that scene. And somehow I got onto that show. And then
Cool.
my parents were at the taping. And I think them being able to witness that, they were like, all right, maybe you don't have to do dentistry.
Yeah,
but-
maybe he's legit.
yeah.
It's okay. And this next question comes from Noelani_K Aloha. She says, what does his parents think of all his success in comedy?
Yeah, they're super excited. My dad, like, he loves going on stage. So like I'll bring him on stage this weekend and
Yeah.
he'll like sing some
Nice.
songs. And my mom is like, she texts me before every show and everything, like bring healing, joy, and laughter. So yeah, they're stoked.
Okay. Does he love karaoke?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I have 5 siblings. 2 of them are half from my stepdad.
Uh-huh.
My sister Kanoe, she lives with us. She's Filipino.
Yeah.
She loves karaoke.
Dude, there's something about it's like I think there's not as much pressure of the performance. You know what I mean? It takes off the pressure of like this is a performance. Now it's like, oh, this is fun. It can be bad. It can be good.
Yeah, people can sing along. But she has
Yeah.
she has like 4 mics. We were at her house last week. We watched the UFC fights.
Yeah.
Because we can reserve like different things we live in a condo, so we reserve like a theater room.
Mhm.
And then we went up to our place, and then one by one I just saw it was like she busted out the karaoke mic, 2, and then another person had one, and then another person had
Yeah.
one. I'm like, when did
Where
you
did
get
you have all
4
these?
all wireless
like,
karaoke?
I'm totally unprepared.
yeah. Like, I thought you'd never ask. Yeah, but
Yeah,
if your
my
dad,
dad, he actually does get like 100 on his songs.
no
like,
way.
and it's
That's hard
weird.
to
It's
do.
like it doesn't sound. I mean, it's not bad, but it's also not good.
He just knows. It's like, okay, this
He
is
knows
this is
no-
the best example.
Yeah.
When we were talking about growing up and like video games, Rock band, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do rock band. I like doing the drums, but if nobody could do the singing part, if there's more people, I would do the mic.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even sing. I would just look at like the stuff,
How
and
to
I would
get
go
it up and down?
I'll just go like that's
You
basically
gamified it.
That's all I did.
Yeah.
I didn't sing any of the lyrics. I would
Oh,
just like
man.
try to make my voice to like it match that note up and down.
See, I think my
So maybe
dad.
he knows
my
that.
dad's. I don't think that's what he's doing. Though. I think what he's doing is somehow it reads the pure like joy that he's having.
Enthusiasm.
Because he'll sing like Lady in Red and like get into it. Like he's performing like at a concert. A lady in red. And I don't know. The karaoke machine is just like this guy.
He
has heart.
Rewards it. A for effort.
Yeah, exactly.
100% for effort.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question comes from our Patreon super fan, Jerry Salamonte. Always leaves questions for all the musicians. He says, how long were you a music teacher and where did that fit into or delay your stand-up career? And what instruments do you play? You kind of answered some of it,
Yeah.
but yeah, what
I think I
instruments?
know Jerry. Is he from DC? That's the
San
Jerry?
Diego.
San Diego?
Well,
What?
I don't know if he is from DC,
Okay.
but I know he lives in San Diego.
I feel like I've talked to him on my DMs before.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
And I'm trying to. Sorry, Jerry, if I'm forgetting where we met. But his name, I know him somewhere.
Yeah.
The music. I was a music teacher for like maybe 3 or 4 years, because I started doing an internship in college, and then after college I fully went into it, and it didn't really like delay stand up until like the very end, where I was starting to go on the road to do shows. And I had to like reschedule lessons with like kids or in the classroom. And my boss at the place was like, you have to pick one. And that's sort of what led me into stand up full time. But I think it actually helped me because I was spending a lot of time around music and in a creative environment where I was like coming up with ideas just by like sitting next to a piano when I was bored on my break. I feel like I might have even written like Asian Guys Can Smash like
In a first grade classroom.
Yeah, all right, you guys go off to recess.
Yeah.
Asian Guys Can Smash.
You
All right, come back in.
You just saw this like for the second grader or something. He was just rizzing up the other second grader.
yeah.
This Asian guy, this Japanese kid, and you're like, dang,
Hey,
that's
girl,
what gave you the idea.
You want some of my unagi?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that kid's got game.
Asian guy can smash.
Asian Guys Can Smash. Oh, I gotta write that down.
And so, what instruments do you play?
Oh yeah, so some ukulele now, and then guitar, drums, piano, and like very little bass.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's funny. Like I learned enough to like if I wanted to record a beat at home, I could like, all right, let me put down the bass line and stuff like that. It's just out of like necessity. Where like I'm too lazy to like, hey man, can you come play bass on this? I was like, nah, I gotta figure this out.
AI now.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I can do it. Crazy.
I've heard some really good AI songs, man.
Oh yeah, I work with a friend. He does my merch for Merch Labs. He works with like Alex Pereira and
Oh,
like,
cool.
all these huge people.
Sick. Sick.
He's really into AI.
Yeah.
And he created an AI DJ called Daft Poke,
Oh,
and we
that's
created
dope.
songs together.
So how does it
Yeah.
like when it's AI DJ? Will it like make a beat based on you're saying like, okay, I want it to be like EDM with this?
You
feel?
prompt it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's
so you got to
crazy.
learn how to prompt it and get it to do what you want
Daft
to do.
Poke.
Daft Poke, yeah.
Dude, I wanna check that
I'll
out.
show you. You can have a collab.
Yeah, yeah. It would be kind of sick to like, okay, let me just get some beats and like freestyle some songs over this, you know?
Yeah. I should actually introduce him to you because he's a really good guy to know.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, I mean, you already have merch and stuff, right?
I did, but then I've stopped for like a year when we ran. My friend who helped me with my merch when we stopped, like she actually does comedy, so she was doing more comedy stuff. I just never re-upped it, but so I'm always looking.
Oh, I mean, this guy does Alex Pereira and Kayla Harrison,
Yeah.
Kiki Palmer, like
Sick.
they're
man.
legit.
So I like
And
UFC.
it's in
and-
California too, so
Oh,
you
is
can go
it?
visit the stuff.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Let me
yeah.
know.
Totally. Yeah, we'll talk about it after. The other question from Jerry, he says, the first time I watched you live in 2022 at American Comedy Club in San Diego. Tell
Okay.
me, how did Joe Coy just randomly join you on stage that night?
Oh, dude, that was crazy. So, Joe, we had messaged on Instagram. He like was like, "Oh yeah, I found your stuff, like super funny," and he had me on a few of his shows, and then was like, I think at the time he was thinking about producing comic specials. So it was like me, the other guy, Mateo Lane. We were talking about it. So he hit me up last minute, like he's like driving over from LA to San Diego. And he didn't tell me until like the day of. I think he was driving in like a new like Maserati or something too. This guy's so badass. But he was like, "Hey man, I'm on my way to the show, but there's traffic. Can you hold the show a little bit longer so that I can, come catch your thing? I really want to catch your full hour." So I like waited like I delayed the show by like 30 minutes so he can come in. But yeah, it happened just sort of just through DMs. He was like messaging, and I had been on a few of his shows. So he told me like that night that he was gonna come and just hang out at the show backstage. But I asked him if he wanted to go on and do crowd work at the end. So we like after the show was over, everything's ended. I was like, "Hey, I have a surprise guest." I don't think they believe me. I was like, "It's
Right.
Joe Coy," and everyone's just like confused. And then he comes out of the back, and dude, they lost their mind. They were
That's
so
crazy.
excited. And so yeah, me and Joe were just like improvising songs and like roasting people for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I was going to tell you. If I go to your show, I'm not sitting in the front row.
Yeah.
I learned that from Tumua. I've learned that from many other comics.
Yeah.
I will not sit in the front row.
You know what though? It's like I think it depends. Like, because sometimes I feel like people can roast, but in a way where it's like you're still happy. Other times you get roasted where you're like, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore.
I mean, it's all funny to me. Comedy's comedy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a safe space.
Mhm.
But I just don't want to chance it.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm so confident. I know who I am. Like nothing can bring me down. I just came from a comedy show.
Yeah. Who
Like,
am I?
1 hour later.
What do they think of me? Yeah.
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 My nose isn't too big.
Why would they say that?
Okay. And last question from Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Why Sacramento Kings and why not SDSU Aztecs MBB?
Ooh.
Open invitation to any Aztecs MBB home game on me this season. They're gonna be fire."
Yeah. Jerry, man, with the hard hitters. Well, Kings, because I grew up in Sacramento, so always got that loyalty for the Kings. But actually, we've been watching the Aztecs more, especially because they're doing like, I think they were in
They were in the
Final Four
Elite
2
Eight.
years ago. Or
Final
was it
Four,
Elite Eight?
2 years. The finals 2 years. No.
Yeah, yeah.
They were in
Yeah,
the finals
versus UConn.
2 years ago. I think.
Yeah. So we've been we moved to San Diego about 3 to 4 years ago.
Mhm.
So we've been kind of Aztec fans since
Nice.
then. But the Kings, that's where my heart is, man.
Yeah.
Kings, yeah.
I mean, they were pretty. You guys had a rough.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got rid of the coach.
Yeah.
Aaron Fox.
Yeah. All kinds of weird
Yeah,
reshaping
weird, yeah.
right now. We just signed Dennis Schroeder,
Yeah.
which we'll
He's
see.
solid. He's a solid.
Yeah,
role
I think
player,
it's
yeah.
good. He's getting a lot more hate than he
Yeah.
deserves right
Yeah,
now.
totally.
So I'm rooting for him.
Well, I think it was ever since he did the whole contract thing
Mhm.
where he tried to get a bigger bag, and I
Yeah.
think people were like laughing at.
And now
clowning him
he's
for
at
that.
like every place.
Yeah.
He got what, 45 million 3-year contract with the Kings? I mean, he's doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, I like the King. My brother's a big Kings fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
But Sabonis and
Yeah.
those guys. Yeah.
I know who. Hopefully they're all there still next year.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
Sabonis
see.
At least, yeah.
Do you watch March Madness a lot?
Usually, yeah.
Do the
Just,
brackets and everything?
I don't do the brackets just because I'm like, I haven't gotten too deep into it,
Mhm.
but I love watching like basketball all year round if I can. Like right now is WNBA.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that's one thing I don't really watch.
Dude, you know
I,
what,
wa-
though?
I like some players like
Caitlin
Caitlin
Clark,
Clark,
yeah.
of course, and the Angel Reese dramas all the time. The
It's-
rebounds.
Once you start like following people's stories, that's
Uh-huh.
what kind of gets you sucked into it.
Yeah.
So like Paige Beckers,
Oh, I love
yeah.
Paige buckets. Yeah.
Paige Buckets,
Mhm.
yeah, Caitlin Clark. Who else is there's some other players I can't think of off the top of my head.
Well, there's the good ones like Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey
and, yeah,
Plum, yeah.
Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson, there we
Mhm.
go.
Yeah, I know. I
Vegas.
follow. I know all the players. I just.
Oh man,
They're
see, that's
awesome.
you say all the names like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I watched a little bit.
I watch a few games, but this NBA playoffs was one of the best.
Yeah,
The whole Pacers run. So sad about Halliburton.
I know.
But
I asked for a better matchup actually and storyline.
totally.
Pacers being
yeah.
a Cinderella team,
Mm-hmm.
OKC being like, it's kind of like a Cinderella year.
Yeah. Dominating, but they're still so young.
Yeah.
Kind of still underrated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This is pretty amazing.
It was awesome. Well, mahalo everybody for the social media fan questions. Make sure you leave some for our next guest, and maybe a question will make it on the podcast. We're coming to the back end of the podcast, and I like to ask all of my guests the same question about keeping it aloha. It's the name of the podcast. It's something that I try to do every single day of my life. if you need a little bit more explanation about like what keeping it aloha means. But
Mm.
I just want to know off the top of your head, what does keeping it aloha mean to you, and how do you keep it aloha?
Keep it aloha. So
I feel like you have a pretty solid understanding of aloha, and
yeah,
because you've been here a few times.
for sure,
Yeah.
like aloha spirit kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Aloha is, love when it's literally translated, but it
Yeah.
goes, beyond that, like compassion, kindness.
I do this
that.
thing before every show, and then I kind of do it like if I'm ever I have to like remind myself. It's like this compassion meditation thing that my cousin showed me. I try to think of like, I don't know, this stuff is so funny when I say these things because I'm like, I know that when people go see my show, I'm like singing about dicks and all these things. But it's like it's that imagining like an energy going from your heart to their heart.
Mhm.
And then when I'm doing that, when I'm starting a show or like I try to imagine that same thing. So it's like for some reason I think it just makes me feel more connected to people, and it reminds me of like that service or generosity mentality. So I guess I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my mind
Mhm.
when I heard that. Because if I'm like going to a grocery store, I'm talking to a waiter or something, it's like in that moment I could be thinking more like ego driven, like in the interaction, or even in a show, like how do I get these people to like me or something. But it takes off the pressure when I'm thinking of like, okay, how can I like connect with these people and like make them happy. And then I think that just takes the pressure off of so much of life when you. So I guess that's the way I would say I keep it aloha.
Mhm. Yeah. Awesome. That's a great answer for your, I don't want to say limited knowledge of aloha, but
Yeah.
I still think there's so much more you are gonna learn about Hawaii, our
Yeah.
culture, the language, and it's just the beginning. It's the beginning of your journey. I mean,
And I love it.
yeah, I think it's so cool. One of my favorite parts about having people not from Hawaii is just getting their perspective on our people and the place and all of that. Right now, what would you say is your favorite thing about Hawaii?
Yeah, there is sort of like a family like mentality with just I mean similar with Filipinos where you
Mhm.
call everyone auntie and
Mhm.
uncle, and like everyone's sort of your relative,
Mhm.
So I think a few cultures have something similar to
Yeah.
that, but especially Hawaii where I feel like same thing, if you're thinking of everybody like that and like inclusive, then you're more willing to like share things or like give everything, celebrate together.
Mhm.
um and there's also like I love how musical and like entertainment or like performing um the culture is,
Mhm.
like like dancing, singing, you kind of grow up with something around you, I feel
It's
like.
storytelling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
storytelling. Yeah,
Mhm.
even the way like in the language when you say like you're talking to people, talk story.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're thinking of storytelling
Mhm.
even in that. So I don't know, there's something really like I think naturally human, always getting in touch with like the naturally human things that we do to connect, that I see in Hawaiian culture that I really
Mhm.
like.
Yeah, super cool. I feel
Yeah.
like you probably are able to fit in a little bit more.
Mm.
Well, one, you're tan, and like
Yeah.
we're talking, the physical,
For sure, for sure.
aspects are there, but just like
Get
with
the
your
Kama'aina
your
discount.
mindset, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You show your Mahalo rewards card.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I think so, someone that comes from like an Asian culture, especially Filipino, it's a easy transition
Mm.
because we have that Ohana mindset,
Yeah.
and just because you've probably experienced a lot of diversity in your life, just like what we
Mm.
have here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's easier. I think the hard part is just probably the language and pidgin and trying to
Yeah, trying
get
to
get
learn.
integrated with that stuff. And it sounds like you know a good amount.
Well, I was saying like I
Yeah.
lived in Molokai for
Oh
like a
yeah, yeah.
year on
Tell us
that
about
farm.
that.
Yeah, so I was after college, like I didn't want to go straight into like office job, that stuff. I wanted to like figure out my life. So I worked on this farm like exchange program in Molokai for like a year. And so that was my first introduction to like learning pidgin and like Dakine for everything. Everything is
Yeah.
Dakine. And I was like spearfishing too. I really got into.
Uh-huh.
I really wanted to learn like what people do in sort of like the country. So yeah, we were spearfishing. I was like farming, and I was teaching music on the island too. So I would. It was a small enough island that like you could put like a ad on the poster board at one of the grocery stores, and I was getting calls all the time. People like, "Hey, I heard you're on the island. Can you come
What?
teach my kids?" So I would hitchhike to get to someone's house and teach. So sometimes I have to call them and be like, hey, I'm gonna be a little late. I couldn't get a ride. That was my Uber back then. Was just
Wow.
like walking on the highway. But yeah, even then too, it was like I think that was my first introduction to like really getting to know some Hawaiian culture in the sense of like everybody was willing to like take me in, and I'm sure it helps to be Filipino and like but like after a lesson they wanted me to come eat with them afterwards, or like, hey, we're doing this volleyball thing on Saturday, come to the volleyball thing. And I think like I was like, man, this is the way I want to live my life. Like this is just how you think of the world. So yeah, that's where when you say the keep it aloha stuff, like I'm super eager to learn even more and like incorporate it into like how I live everywhere, not like on the mainland or on tour, like into my shows, how I create things. Cause it just, I don't know, I feel so good when people are treating me that way. So yeah.
Do you ever get confused when you hear people say like Hawaii, all of that? Because I was just in
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm thinking of it. We were at this restaurant right before we went to a museum, and they're like, "Where are you guys from?" We're like, "Hawaii,
Yeah.
Hawaii," and they're like, "What? Hawaii?" He couldn't understand what we were saying, and we're like, "Hawaii."
And they're like,
And
oh.
yeah, he was a cool guy, but
Yeah.
just we were like,
Dude,
Hawaii.
One time when I was teaching lessons, a guy's name was Hawaii.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like his name, like Hawaii.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly. Is it so? Can people
So-
be named Hawaii too?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I don't know anybody, but
Okay.
I'm sure they can.
Maybe it was like some kind of like Hawaii or something. I don't know.
yeah.
But I went to this guy's house, or maybe it was Kawai. I don't know.
Kawai is a name.
Maybe it was
Kawai,
Kawai.
yeah.
I was going into the I knock on the door because I was getting ready to teach his daughter. Maybe he was saying Kawai. Now that I look back.
Or maybe he was saying Kawai.
Yeah. So I knock on the door. It's this big, jacked, like Hawaiian dude, and so I'm already kind of nervous, right? He's like tatted up and everything, and he was like, I thought he was saying Hawaii, so he's like Hawaii, and I was like, no, I'm Filipino, and he keeps repeating it. He's like Hawaii. I was like, yeah, no, man, I'm Filipino. I'm sorry, bro. Like I started apologizing, and then he's like, no, my name is Kawai. And I was like, oh, sick. Okay, cool, man. I'm JR. I'm
That's
here to teach
funny.
your daughter. But yeah, that was the one time where I got confused. But yeah, so when do you say Hawaii and Kauai?
So how I explain it is Hawaii is just pronouncing it in Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Hawaiian's A-E-I-O-U, right? So
okay.
Hawaii.
Okay.
And that's how you'd say with the Okina. I
Yeah.
think Hawaii is just the English way of
Okay.
saying Hawaii.
Yeah.
Just like if like Spain for
Yeah.
us in English and España in
Yeah,
Spanish.
I got you. Okay. Okay. So you
and
say
I-
Hawaii almost to like, okay, this is sort of the conform to like there's an American way.
Yeah,
to
well,
say
I
it.
think also so in Hawaiian the W can be pronounced as a V or a wa. So you could say
Mm.
vai is water. I
Yeah.
could say vai or wai.
And it's either.
So I
can
think that comes from the Hawaii.
go. Mm.
I think just like the Hawaii is probably just like the
People.
super white
Yeah.
version. Nah, sorry, I don't want to say white version. Just like
Yeah. Yeah. You
English.
hear that, you white people.
English. I love white people.
No. White
the
people, you're the best.
English.
You guys are great.
The English. the English way of saying it, like
Yeah.
Hawaii, and it's all just education. It's like if I went to
Yeah.
like I don't know, like say Istanbul, and I was like, oh, I love Istanbul, and they're like, but
Yeah.
it's Istanbul or whatever
For sure.
it is, you know?
For sure. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I remember like it's like I'm trying to think of a country where like even the country name is different in
Mhm.
English versus their local language.
Mhm.
And me being like tourist, I'll say everything in like my American accent and I'll say their country different, you know. Like what's it in Spain? They say some stuff with like the lisp, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, in Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona.
Barcelona,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just going on vacation in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Like,
I studied abroad in Spain, in Sevilla. So
oh yeah.
I heard that all the
Dude,
time.
it's so funny.
Do you ever watch Popstar with
Andy Samberg? Yeah, yeah.
I think we love that show in our family, but
So
there's
good.
not a lot of people that seen it.
Dude, I love that
But
movie.
He has a song, Ibiza in Ibiza.
So
We
good.
buy that.
Dude, you might also like then. Have you seen Eurovision?
Oh yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
There's
the
like
singing
these-
competition.
Yes,
yeah.
There's a movie about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
With,
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, yeah.
Yeah. There's these movies that are like, it's like Pop Star where it's like, dude, it's so funny, but I don't know why there's like only a niche group of people that have
Exactly.
seen it.
Yeah.
Wanderlust is another one that I really like.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta check it
I
out.
gotta go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but going back to the language, yeah, that's just like if you wanted to get like street cred,
Mm-hmm.
you'd say like Hawaii or like Hawaii.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you
All
say
my
like
shows, man, Hawaii.
yeah, yeah, if you say that, like they'll be like,
Oh, cool,
guy's
cool.
local.
Oh, this guy surfs.
yeah, yeah, this guy's
This guy's
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
surfer.
yeah.
I bet he just came from Pipeline.
yeah, so yeah, quick little stuff. And there's so much more with like the history. And I remember you're posting the stickers on your stuff
Yeah.
about people are saying like talk about colonization and
Yeah, because
everything.
I thought it was
Yeah.
important. Like I feel
Uh-huh.
like it's there's all the light stuff, but like I think it's good to know the history of the thing so people like appreciate stuff
Yeah.
more. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, even the history of pidgin and how that became a thing with like all the immigrants, and it was basically a language that we created to like connect with other people.
That's like
and
the middle ground of where everyone can
exactly,
meet in
yeah,
languages.
like shishi, that's pidgin.
Oh
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so a lot
Yeah,
of
like
good things to learn.
yeah. So what's the history of pidgin? Would you say is like the melting pot of like this is the universal language of all the different cultures?
Yeah, so it's a
mixing
Creole
together.
language. Basically, you had like the Japanese, the Chinese, the Filipinos, the Portuguese, the Hawaiians, all in the plantation field. So nobody spoke each other's languages. So it created this certain language, and that's why you have words from all the different languages in pidgin.
Got you.
Because that's basically
Yeah,
how
that's
it.
right. Like botos, and they put that in my
Yeah.
the stickers out there. Boto.
Boto. I love the videos of people or like they're taking pictures of tourists and they're like 1, 2, 3 boto.
And then tourists
And
will
or,
say
yeah,
it.
they say it's like a different word or something.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
good. Boto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm excited to see your show.
Yeah, I'm still writing the song for Hawaii.
Oh,
I don't know if it's
are you Hawaiian?
I, yeah,
say
bro.
Hawaii?
Yeah, just go shishi after this, bro.
That's like a Filipino pigeon.
Yeah, I know. People keep talking on my pigeon. They're like, "You sound Jamaican." I'm like, yeah, man. Me go shishi, man.
That's a good skit.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start the show in my Jamaican pigeon
Yeah.
on Thursday.
Drop shishi. That's all I want. Just drop shishi for me.
Drop shishi. What's that mean? That one?
No, sorry. Like drop the word shishi in your act.
Oh yeah. Drop it in. Yeah.
Say shishi.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I know. I want to learn like a bunch of phrases and just throw them in. Maybe I'll like learn a bunch.
Yeah.
Or do like a pigeon song or
Yeah.
something.
You know who did really well in it? Well, Joe Coy always kills it. But
Yeah.
Andrew Schultz.
Oh,
when
yeah?
He came because he learned a lot about like he was talking about the rail, like chicken fight, like chickens everywhere and all of that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
so
right.
I love when comedians do that and they say
Local
stuff so we can
references.
relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He had that really funny joke about why there's so many chickens
Yeah.
and not a lot of black people.
yeah. And it's true. We don't.
Yeah, that's
We-
weird.
We don't have a lot.
That's so interesting.
It's either military
Yeah.
or like maybe I don't know some family.
It's very Asian. So
Totally.
Asian
Yeah.
everywhere. I
Yeah,
love
the
it.
minority is the majority here.
Yeah, that's
That's
so
why. That's
interesting.
why your family.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I found my paradise.
Yeah,
All my
exactly.
Filipinos. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your 5, 10, 20-year plan? What do you want to do?
Man, so there was a time where I was very like, I have a 5, 10, 20-year plan. Now it's very like in the present kind of thing because it's so hard for me to think. One, I think sometimes I'm afraid to think too far ahead because like, what if I get there and I realize that's not really what I wanted? But now I'm finding it again, like what actually I want to go towards. But I would say like the theme is sort of like that Childish Gambino thing where it's like I'd like to do projects. Like I would love to release more specials, do more tours, but also do like some acting stuff, some music stuff, like maybe write a book like you're doing. Just like be able to whatever is the inspiring project at the time, like go full force into that. While like having time for my life. I think that's the most important thing. Time for my family. Like that's why I love surfing right now is it's like something where I'm in the water and I'm not thinking about anything else.
You don't have your phone on.
I don't have my phone
You're
on me.
disconnected. Yeah. Same.
I'm not thinking about
same
like
for me. Yeah.
what's this post I gotta do
Yeah,
or this.
yeah.
I'm just like
Looking at the waves.
Yeah,
making sure you're in
yeah.
the right position.
Going shishi in the water.
That's my favorite place to shishi.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to a guy and I'm like peeing right as I'm
And
talking
they
to
have
him.
no
He
idea.
has no idea.
You're just like,
Yeah. Sometimes I was like, oh, I'm gonna just jump in the water real quick, and then I just. Yeah. But yeah, like surfing has actually helped my life a lot because I think I was getting really wrapped up in thinking about where everything needs to go. Am I far enough along? are things slowing down or whatever. But like surfing has just slowed things down where I'm like, okay, what does joy feel like again? And like I started to feel joy in the water, and that started to translate into like, where do I feel joy in my career? Where do I feel at my life decisions? So I would say like 5, 10, 15, 20 years is like doing projects that have joy in them, having a family eventually, and then having like time in the day too. Like that's really important for me. That's why like when I think of some of the projects I'm gonna do in the future, like it'd be hard to sign up for something that's like, hey, you're gonna be locked into this set for like, I don't know, this many years, this often in the day. Like, you know, I want to say that I have like a good work ethic, but it has to not be like burning me out too, I would say. So yeah, so work-life balance is
Yeah.
important.
Exactly. And that's why I love, all these other activities like surfing or whatever it is in people's life. Surfing is mine and yours.
Yeah.
But it's like I almost plan that into my day as
Yeah.
part of work because it's so important for mental, physical health, all of it.
Yeah.
And that's a good I I love how you shared that because it makes me want to rephrase my question of the 5, 10, 20 year plan because even for me I barely plan in
Yeah.
2 weeks ahead, right?
Yeah.
So I think I want to start rephrasing like what's your goal or what are you trying to accomplish in the next.
But I get it. It's
Yeah.
like it's like it's the question that makes sense to ask for like what are you like aiming towards? I think of it now though like as like I have like a sailboat. And I'm like, okay, I want to go in this general direction, but let the wind sort of like
Yeah.
guide me wherever. Because it's like like you might meet someone or do a project that makes you realize like, you know what? I never thought I would want to do pottery. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the best pottery. I don't even know what
Uh-huh.
Potter. There we go.
Potter. Gonna be the best Harry Potter of all
Harry
time.
Potter. It's like I don't think this guy knows what pottery is. Yeah, man, I'm gonna learn some Lingardian Leviosa. But yeah, like, cause I think I really like that. Like surfing, I didn't really think I never really pictured that when I was younger, but now like I really love it, and I'm hoping maybe that'll lead me into some other hobby that like gets me into something else. Cause even music and comedy has guided my life so much, just by being obsessed with it. So I feel like I really want to let myself get obsessed with things like childlike obsession, where you're just autism obsession, you
Yeah,
know? Because
yeah.
like my buddy has autism, so
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah.
But but just a thing where you're just like so dialed in on something that like that kind of becomes your purpose for a while. I feel like those are the things that I want to like. I'm curious about it, so let's see where that leads to next.
Totally. I
Yeah.
agree with all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, what is one thing you wish people knew about you that they don't?
I don't know. My mind just went to like like joke stuff, and I was like, nah, I don't think it's something for real.
Like a little dicky joke?
I was about to come out right now. Like,
Why are you gay?
you hear that? Why are you gay? Let's see. Something people don't know about me. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty open. Well, I guess I don't talk about like the spirituality side a lot on things because I think with what I do on stage, I'm not like a clean Christian comedian, you know? So I feel like I've had friends who are Christians and do stand up, but it's almost like an even narrower path because if they post something about being Christian, Christians will chastise them and be like, oh, the stuff that you're talking is not Christ-like. And then if they talk about being Christian, sometimes the more general comedy fans will be like, oh, this is like holier than thou, preachy. So like I'm figuring out how to talk about that stuff in a way that's like approachable and not offending Christians and not like too preachy for non-Christians. And I think maybe the path is like just being honest about my experiences, but not saying like this means you have to do it this way, or like at the end of the show being like, now who's Christian now that I said this joke?
No, I love the way that you do it.
Yeah, because I'll make little references to it, but you know, I just want at the end of the day like everyone to feel comfortable at the show. But I would say that's something like I don't talk about a lot, and something that I'm thinking about even is like I have a pretty dirty show. You know, I have like a lot of Asian guys can smash, conservative in the streets, liberal in the sheets. But like there's times where I've thought about, because I'm hanging out with people at church, like should I do a clean hour? You know, like is that something I want to do? And because it's a way to like then that hour could reach people who like maybe like, oh, I want to listen to this with my family or something. But I think that's something that I'm like in the present moment figuring out, because at the same time, this is a weird thing that happened. After I got baptized, my set actually got dirtier. I was doing clean comedy for like 10 years. It was crazy. Because I was doing colleges, I would do like corporate shows, and to get stuff on TV, it usually had to be clean. So I was like, let me like focus on clean stuff. And then I got baptized, and like there was this weird thing where I'm like, in my faith journey, it was like, if I'm praying, it was like, all right, just be yourself. Like, be who you are, be who like I've guided you to be, who I've like, I'm gonna fuel your inspiration and what makes you laugh. And I was like, are you sure? Because like some of this stuff is kind of dirty, if I'm praying. And I just kind of let that stuff, like, there's a saying, I think it was like I'll take care of the quantity, you take care of the quality when it comes to inspiration. So like I'll write as much as I can, but whatever it's about, like I'm not gonna try to control it. I'm gonna just let the inspiration flow. And if I'm thinking of that stuff like coming from God or whatever, it's kind of like, all right, you sure? Like this is what I sometimes think about that. But it was weird that like a lot of the stuff that I wrote and ended up like kind of going viral at the time wasn't like clean, like Christian church comedies at a church. But I think it like the effect, I think, as far as like if you think of laughter as a release, I think it was having that effect. And so that's where I kind of trusted it. But I don't know, I think that's something I'm thinking about right now is material, like clean, dirty, navigating that balance while like also going to church and doing that
Yeah,
stuff.
that must be a really hard line to
Yeah.
balance on. We talk about cultural identity a lot over here,
Mm-hmm.
but we've never really dove into like that religious identity, which is a tough one to do in the space that you're doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with everything else I've been where I talk about the sales, like letting it guide you.
Mhm.
I think that it'll happen naturally. I think I'll
Totally.
figure it out. So I'm like not trying to force it into like,
Mhm.
okay, it's going to be a clean hour because it has to be this way.
Mhm.
But I think over time I'll figure out like I'm in a new chapter of identity and figuring out
Mhm.
what that means as far as what I say on stage.
Mhm.
But
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, I think letting things happen organically is the way we talk story, I like to live, how
Yeah.
all opportunities have come in my life. Like even every episode that we do here, it's like I have almost nothing scripted. And like before I would have certain, questions.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, I just let it flow because we could be talking about, somebody's life story and go into talking about dicks.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
See where it
don't
goes.
necessarily talk about that stuff, but if that's what we end up talking about, that's what we end up talking about. If
Yeah.
we end up talking about religion, we end up talking about religion,
Mhm.
or anything laboo-boos, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We'll talk about whatever's, and I think that's just the best ways is to keep it authentic and organic, and that's what people
Mhm.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, cool. So we're coming to the back end, and I just want to know if you have a life hack that you want to
Oh,
share
yeah.
before we wrap up.
A life hack. Okay. It's funny because you asked me about this the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna think of it." Like,
Some people forget. It's fine.
yeah. Well, there was this quote that somebody said. I love quotes, as you can
Same.
tell. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's just I don't know.
You're
something
like the
that-
Filipino version of me.
Dude, I think
That
so.
sings better.
I feel like I'm looking at a mirror of myself right now.
Yeah.
Like, what would I be like if I was lighter skinned and Hawaiian?
With a bust up body.
Nah, dude, you look good. You can smash.
Yeah.
I heard this quote. It was like, always like imagine that you're like 80 years old and you chose to travel back in time to this moment for a reason.
Mhm.
And I like that because then you're gonna look at like whether it's a hard time or easy time, like there's something special about being here right now today that I'm supposed to experience or that I really wanted to re-experience. So I don't know, I like that as far as a perspective shift. I think
Mhm.
that's something good. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. I like the answers to the questions of what would you do if you could go back in time and change something, and people
Yeah.
said nothing.
Oh, cool.
And that's what I always say because I feel like everything that has happened in my life, good or bad, has
Yeah.
led me to this
Mhm.
place. So I think if I was like looking at myself 80 years old and I could go back to any point,
Mhm.
I'd probably go back to like a fun time.
Yeah.
But doing that, I think it would make me remember how hard it was, the struggles to get to that place. You
Mhm.
know, it's like
Yeah.
the highlights in our life and the success.
Yeah.
Before that, it was with failures, mistakes, sadness,
Mhm.
tragedies, whatever it was. But the highlights are what we celebrate, right?
Yeah.
We don't necessarily celebrate. Oh, remember that time I was so depressed?
Yeah.
That was so like we
Oh,
don't.
let's celebrate
Yeah,
that
yeah.
4-year anniversary of my
Yeah.
depression.
Exactly. You know,
It's true though.
we
Yeah.
we celebrate sobriety,
Yeah.
right? After 4 years of being sober, we don't
Yeah.
celebrate 4 years of being drunk,
Alcoholic.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
You
No,
know.
it's true. I think like that's why in movies it's
Mhm.
like the part where you start to invest in the movie is the hard part, the
Mhm.
hardship. Like that's
Mhm.
when you're hooked. Oh shoot, how are they going to overcome this?
Mhm.
Because you relate with like, oh yeah, yeah. No one has a life like free of that.
Mhm.
So you're like, okay, I can relate with this person struggling through whatever the thing is, and now you're curious of how did they get through it and what did they learn. I think like speaking of talking story, it's like you do it because we're all learning from each other. Like we're like one big AI.
Mhm.
Like AI is probably has their engine going through Google and all the different search engines and giving you the answer. I think the slow way to do it is like, all right, let me tell you this depression I went through and how I got through it. And now this person kind of has that nugget of wisdom for when they go through it. So yeah, that's why humans are just one big AI.
And that's why life is a simulation.
Life is not
Yeah.
real. We really are the same person.
Yeah, yeah. You crossed over from the multiverse last week, or this? What was it?
I'm in 3 universes right now.
Oh,
man.
okay.
Another universe. I'm Harry
There's
Potter.
JR, RJ.
yeah, JR, RJ,
Oh,
CJ.
I gotta tell you this because you mentioned something like that. Oh, something with RJ. I think it was
Yeah, in the special.
In the special.
I talk about how like people will see me on the street and want to take a picture, but they'll call me
Yeah,
RJ
yeah,
Gomez,
yeah.
which still happens. It's so weird. Yeah.
And then there's this one guy, Janem.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been a separate. I think it was a Hawaiian Filipino one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he said, like, how did you get the name? And it's Jesus and
Mencial.
or something.
Yeah.
And I know a person like that.
Yeah.
Because Filipinos are so funny how they name.
We combine a bunch of names into one really funky name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my brother has a friend. He's in the Coast Guard. His
Uh-huh.
his friend Jovic.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what the names are.
And so what do you think his parents' names are?
Joanne and Victor or Joseph and Victoria? Is it one of those?
It was Joe and Victoria.
Oh my gosh.
Jovic.
Yeah, Jovic. That's so crazy.
Filipinos.
I
they're
know.
Great.
It's like Jokic.
Yeah,
Nikola
maybe.
Jokic is just a Filipino last name. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, actually, yeah.
Nikola Jokic is secretly Filipino.
He's secretly Filipino. Now you know why.
And that's why he never wants to be on TV or
No.
he wants to be away from the press because he doesn't want people to find out he's Filipino.
He's Filipino. I mean, that's why he balls so good.
It makes sense.
That's why. He's 6 Filipino guys in one suit.
You're blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind. I think Nikola Jokic is Filipino and this needs to be studied.
Yes.
Good at basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, he loves to party. I mean, he's probably
Yeah.
singing karaoke when he's at the horse races.
For sure. For sure. Yep. Yep. Denver Nuggets. I don't know why he chose Denver because it's cold, but that's
He didn't have a choice. He got drafted there.
he got drafted.
He got
Yeah,
drafted.
yeah.
If he had a choice, he would have been in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. And the sky hook is such a Filipino move. You know,
He can shoot threes.
he can shoot threes.
The post up though, I don't know.
He's a good passer though. He's a
Yeah,
good passer.
great
Yeah.
passer.
Very Filipino thing. Everyone's
Yeah,
a point guard in the Philippines. He's 6 point guards
Yeah. He's all the best
stacked
traits
up on top of each other.
Filipino. All right. I have my last fast fave 5 questions. These are just rapid fire answers, and we'll get you out of here for your lunch with Tumua.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite Hawaiian snack?
Spam musubi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta educate you.
Okay.
Musubi.
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 Ah, musubi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not because a lot of people
Masubi.
they say
Yeah.
musubi.
Yeah.
So
The mu is the accent.
musubi.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
musubi.
Japanese. Musubi.
Ah, musubi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So say it again.
Masubi. No. Musubi.
Musubi.
Spam musubi.
Yeah. You can just say musubi.
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 Okay.
Yeah. Spam
Got you.
musubi.
I gotta turn my head into Japanese when I go musubi.
Yeah.
Musubi.
Oh, spam
Oh,
musubi.
musubi.
Okay. Next one. Favorite guilty pleasure.
Favorite guilty pleasure. What would it be? Oh man, I love this is still with food. The molten chocolate lava cake at Chili's.
Oh, I've never had that.
Dude, I love Chili's. Like if Chili's could be one of my sponsors somehow, like I would make it happen. I'll do a jingle for them.
Have you ever reached out?
No.
You should.
I love Chili's. I did do a comment on one of their
Uh-huh.
posts that like got a bunch of likes, so I'm like maybe they'll see this and they'll
Just
sponsor
reach
me.
out. I guarantee they'll get back to you.
Chili's. That's my audition. But I love Chili's.
Okay. If you like the lava cake, Roy's.
Oh, yeah,
Have
yeah,
you been to
Roy's.
They
Yeah,
have
yeah.
really good lava cake.
Roy's like a chain, right? They got
Yeah.
a bunch out here. Yeah, I went to the one
from
in
Hawaii.
Kauai. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Okay, and favorite karaoke song?
Ooh, favorite karaoke song? I would say it's not mine to sing, but I love when my dad sings "Lady in Red" because it brings me back to like family parties.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
him just singing that.
nostalgic.
Yeah, yeah.
But what's your go-to?
My
If you had
go-to, man, what would my go-to be in karaoke? I used to like My Girl,
Okay.
like something just like family
Yeah.
friendly for everybody. But I don't do that much karaoke. Like go out to. Let's see. I'm trying to think. When I was doing this thing for Comedy Central Asia, and all these Asian comics, we got a karaoke room together. I feel like Creep is another fun one to do.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Uh,
Rock band songs.
Yeah, exactly. All the rock band songs. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, hear us would say karaoke
Karaoke.
because it's a Japanese
Japanese.
influence. Yeah,
I love that you guys
Yeah.
say all the words the way it's supposed to be. You know, instead of karaoke.
but I don't get mad because that's just like what if you grow up saying it, you're gonna grow up
Yeah.
saying it, right?
Right,
That's
right.
what everybody's saying. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Karaoke.
it's just it's almost like code switching when you come here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of saying "Hey, brother," you're like "What's up, brada?"
What's up, brah? What's up, brada?
All right, favorite TV show or movie?
Favorite TV show or movie? Movie Forrest Gump.
Mm.
It just has everything in it. And TV show. Ooh, I grew up watching like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, that's
Such a good
classic.
show. It's like funny, but then you have like a life lesson.
Totally. Yeah.
Too bad. Will
Like
Smith-
this episode.
Yes.
Perfect.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay. Last one. Favorite ethnicity besides Filipino to make fun of?
Oh, to make fun of? Oh, dude. Okay, so my good buddy is Mexican, who's gonna be opening this weekend.
Okay.
And we always roast each other. Like, dude, okay, so we had a show, it wasn't our show. Our mentor was a Filipino dude, and he toured this show called Flips and Beaners. And it was just like Mexican and Filipino headliners. But there's something about those two cultures that like can really understand each other and like roast each other at parties, I would say. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, we all get mistaken for each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm Portuguese. My last name Diaz is Portuguese. It's not
Mhm.
Spanish, but anytime I go somewhere, I get mistaken as
Yeah?
Mexican.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you're, especially your last name's Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. You have the most like Mexican Hawaiian name too. Kamaka
Kamaka Diaz.
Diaz.
Yeah. But I do speak Spanish. I learned
Oh,
Spanish.
really?
so,
Oh,
yeah.
sick. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in Spain.
Yeah,
studying.
Spain and
Yeah.
Argentina. Right on. Well, that's all we got for you today. Mahalo so much for
Dude, thank
coming
you,
on,
man.
talking stories. You're a great guest. It's awesome to get to know your whole life story, and I'm looking forward to your Blue Note show. I'm a big fan of what you do. Keep the racial jokes coming. We need
Always.
more of it. End racism.
Roast.
What do you roast?
Roast to end racism?
No, it was.
No,
Oh, what was it?
I forget.
How could we forget?
Roast all the races.
Roast the racism out or something?
Yeah, roast the racism out of.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
Something
think
like
of
that.
it.
You
We'll
go back,
find it.
go reverse and find it again.
We'll put the clip right there.
Yeah. So, is there anything you want to share before we wrap up? If not, tell us where we can find you.
I think main thing is just online, jrdguzman.com, Instagram. I'm on everything: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I have a YouTube special out right now called "I'm Your Son, Papa."
Yeah, very funny. I watched.
Yeah, and leave you guys with just I love you. I love you all.
Oh, I'll teach you this before we go in Hawaiian.
Mhm.
Aloha,
Aloha,
vau,
vau,
yaoi.
yaoi. Aloha, vau,
Vau,
yaoi.
yaoi.
What's
I
that
love you.
one? That's I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, aloha, vau, yaoi.
Yeah, aloha, vau,
Ooh,
yaoi.
I gotta remember that.
Yeah.
Sick.
Right on. Well, mahalo, RJ. Not just
Ah.
mahalo, JR, for
Mu-
joining us on the Keep It Low
musubi.
podcast. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host, Kamaka. Remember to always keep it aloha.